Hello, everyone. Hello, Simply Complicated Universe. It is your boy, the MCZX, the lover boy that never was. And guess what? I am joined by a very special guest because we're talking wrestling, baby. We're talking that sweet, sweet SummerSlam. And I couldn't think of anyone else to bring with me for this than the host of No One Is Ready for Wrestling, Shino Phoenix. Sir, thank you for joining me on this
you needed somebody who talks wrestling a lot, so it's me right here, Shino Phoenix, the man, the myth, the legend, the streamer, the podcaster who is on hiatus right now.
A perfect time to, dust off some of that rust from taking a month off. You get to chat about pro wrestling and any other thing that comes up on your mind. I mean, how have you been?
I'm tired.
Well, outside of being tired, how have you been?
I've been good. I mean, the streaming stuff has been a lot, but other than that, I'm alive. That's what matters the most. I'm just alive.
Indeed, enjoying life and having fun and making connections with people. That's always a plus to have.
Sometimes making connections with yourself and just embracing yourself, bruh.
Absolutely. Deep stuff there.
I may be the guy who is silent most of the time when I'm in a group, but just don't deny me. I do have that Zen side in me that will just open up how I feel.
And we all should aspire to have something like that in life. We should know how to tap into our peaceful side to get towards inner peace so we're not, overly stimulated or stressed out or anything of that nature. Sometimes you just have to, take time for yourself. And I'm glad that you're doing that. Even though, you're taking a month off with the podcast, I'm glad you're taking some time off because honestly, watching a lot of wrestling, man, you'll get burnt out. Yeah. Get tired of it. It's like, okay, same thing and another thing and another. And yep, it's the same thing. I'm tired of seeing it. And maybe sometimes you need to step away from it or not cover it as much to appreciate it the way you want to appreciate it. Because I've been watching this since I was a kid, so I feel you. I understand.
Yeah, you people, you have no idea how much I just write every note down, discussing everything that happened in pro wrestling. I just noticed it for myself when it was All In week and you had too much wrestling. I just said, I need a break. I can't. As much as I want to talk about it, I honestly, and I'm being real when I say this, I honestly just need some time just to not just talk pro wrestling. The last thing I recorded was talking about Hulk Hogan passing and just announcing that I'm taking a hiatus, and that was that.
Oh, yeah, people, that's the thing that happened over the past 2 weeks. Hulk Hogan died, and listen, he died, so there's that. I will state this. Listen, to say he didn't have an impact on the wrestling industry is bonkers. That's crazy. He was the right guy at the time. He skyrocketed WWE into the mainstream. He made another wrestling boom in WCW with the NWO. I mean, the guy's career it's undeniable. It's one of the greatest of all time, even though some of that stuff was through politicking and bullshit. But I will say, outside of that, as a black man, I'm going to feel a type of way when you're making fun of people that look like me and you're saying these racial slurs in private and thinking you wouldn't get caught. Saying everyone's a little bit racist and only the rich black people matter and anyone else doesn't. I can't really respect it. When I heard the news that he passed, I wasn't sad. I think 8-year-old me would have been really sad because as a kid, you're not looking at the personal lives of these pro wrestlers. You see them on TV and that's it. You see the toys, you buy the toys, that's it. It really didn't go into much detail back then because you're a kid. You eat your vitamins, you say your prayers and, do the whole Hulk Hogan spiel. But as you grow older, you notice that, they're flawed humans, but that guy was racist. Point blank, period. He was pretty damn racist towards black people. I don't care if he gave his life to Christ, and I understand we're supposed to forgive, but man, some things are kind of unforgivable because you really didn't apologize for what you said, and now you're dead. And you can't expect people to just, deride Hulk Hogan because he's dead now and we're going to just sweep past all the racist stuff he did. I don't think that's a smart way of looking at things. Like, I can see if he actually was sorry, but given the history Hulk Hogan has with politicking and BS from his career and the whole be careful what you say on camera because you might get caught, not apologizing to the black community, not going on tours with Mark Henry, not doing anything to apologize genuinely, really sullied how I felt about him as a person. So when he passed, I didn't feel much. I know it was a big blow to the wrestling industry because he's an icon of the industry. He's going to be on a Mount Rushmore. The guy literally changed the business. Him, Sammartino, you can put superstar Billy Graham with the 70s. Hogan had the 80s. He even had some of the 90s. I'm not going to say he took the whole 90s, but he had some of it. Him passing did not affect me emotionally. I know some people had a real genuine connection with the guy, but his later years, seeing the stuff he did with the Agent Orange and his little bitch boy and just not being a good human being, it puts me in a difficult position to be like, oh man, I'm sad. I feel bad for his family because that was someone's dad. That was someone's friend. I feel bad for his friends, but I don't have empathy for bad people. I don't mourn the wicked. If you're going to be wicked in life, I'm not going to mourn you. I'll let the people that love you do. And I think that's all I have to say regarding Hulk Hogan's passing. It's a tough time for the 80s. We've lost a lot of folks. Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away. An unfortunate accident. Ozzy Osbourne died, I think, 2 days prior to Hogan passing away.
Yeah.
And Ozzy just finished his final set, and they said he was fine, and he just passed. I was more sad about Ozzy passing than Hogan.
I found out about Ozzy passing when I was streaming, and I had to cut the stream short.
Damn, I'm sorry. I found out at work, and I couldn't really react the way I wanted to react. Like, damn, bro, I like Ozzy. I love Ozzy. Black Sabbath's badass, and his music's badass. It was... Man, that was a tough week. When Malcolm Jamal Warner passed, I also was like, damn, Theo? No. Huh? Malcolm and Eddie? Malcolm Jamal Warner? Are you serious? Like, it was tough. But when Hogan passed, I was like, man, I know it comes in threes, but I don't care. Like, RIP to him, I guess, because, you know, Ozzy and Malcolm didn't do nothing crazy like that, but you definitely did. And it's hard to forgive something like that. Just throwing an N-word out there like that and then not even giving a damn, not even apologizing. Like, you hurt people. And not no Hurt Syndicate type shit. You hurt people, didn't apologize for it, aligned yourself with like the worst damn party in mankind with the Rotten Orange. And it's just, man, it sucks. But hey, that happened. So now that that's out the way, I think we can move on to something a bit more. Well, there'll still be more controversy in this, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, man. So there's that. Do you want to talk about SummerSlam now, or do you have anything else on your mind before we move forward to SummerSlam?
Not really. I do want to talk about SummerSlam. Like, on the whole, the 2-night format, I honestly thought, I mean, it's okay. I thought it was good for what it was, and I love that they're doing that 2-night format, but it looks like they might be doing it for the Royal Rumble in 2027, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with it because, like, doing 2 Royal Rumble matches in one night, that's going to take up a lot of time. So I'm not opposed to that 2-night format. Only for WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam, that's okay, but if you're trying to do it with other major PLEs, then the answer is no.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do it with Money in the Bank.
They don't need to do that.
And they don't, because you can do it all in one show.
Mm-hmm. It works better with one show instead of just doing like 2 nights of Money in the Bank, trying to get everybody on the card, which some people have to earn it. They don't need to just be on it just because of XYZ.
And look, I'm all for it,
but it's
independent contractors, the wrestlers, to get a payday. Like, I'm all for a battle royal and everyone gets a check. That's cool, but it'd have to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was going to get to with the 2-night format. Like, it works. the show was really short because I'm used to SummerSlam lasting for 3-4 hours and you're up to 11 o'clock. And this was a 2-hour show. It felt like we were watching an episode of SmackDown just with higher stakes.
Yep.
Overall, there were some things on the card I didn't like due to lack of build-up, and it just felt a little rushed to me. I don't think the show was bad, and the format's not bad, but it has to make sense. Like, you really have to put some stake into what you're building instead of just throwing it out there and saying, "Oh, that's the match, and here it is. It's for a title. There you go, guys." Like that. It's not good enough for me.
I think for me, it's just they care about moments, and I think Kevin Owens said it best. They put moments first and then the wrestling second, which I don't like that mindset. Like, I don't mind moments, but don't deny the wrestling that's in the damn ring. That's how you tell a story. That's
Quick
just
aside, and no, carry on.
Like, that's just how I feel. Like, I don't mind if you have moments, but actually, like, give me the moments that actually matter, that I could remember and I could tell either my son or daughter that wants to get into pro wrestling about how I grew up into it. And I share moment A, B, and C, and I don't deny the matches that they do as well. Like, just give me, the fan, a reason why I should care. That's all I'm asking.
And quick aside, when I watched you do your podcast, I think that's what made me put mine on pause for a second, because the work that you put into yours, absolutely ridiculous. I have a full-time job, so I don't have enough time to rewatch shows to see if I missed anything and rewatch pay-per-views and take notes on all this stuff. Like, if I were to do Madbound, not saying that I'll never do it, I know I teased it this year, but when I see you do yours, I'm like, good Lord, that's a lot of work. Like, I would have to have the whole weekend to rewatch I'm not a 3-hour, good Lord, don't say that no more. We don't have 3-hour Raws. My God. A 2-hour Raw, a 2-hour SmackDown, a 2-hour NXT, 2-hour AEW, Dynamite, maybe watch Collision the same day, have all the notes together, and then I'd have to record on Sunday and put all that together in one show. Like, I would have to literally quit my full-time job and just put everything there so I can actually do this. Or do how Solid Monster does it and literally start recording as soon as the show goes off. Or take notes as the show's going on. And that, to me, it feels like I'm not watching the show, I'm doing homework.
Yeah.
And that makes me not like pro wrestling, because I'm doing homework to convey what I witnessed, what I watched, to the audience that I'm trying to build. And like you said earlier in the pod, it's going to give you burnout, because now you're not watching it as a fan. You're watching it as like a podcaster, I guess we could call ourselves an analyst. Yeah. Journalist, like, something like that.
Like, I try to do like what Solid Monster and JD do, because they're professionals. They know how to do this shit because they do it for years, and like they have their own show together. But I try to like get all the notes about the big stories that's going on and give my honest thoughts about it. Like, guys, let me tell you, it is a lot of work just going through a website, searching the news that you want to talk about, and just trying to give your thoughts about it. It's a lot, and covering the shows every single week or bi-weekly. That's why I said, if I did Evolution, if I did All In, if I did like the news coming out of these shows, it's just going to be like a 3-hour podcast where I'm mentally burned out and I'm not giving my 100%. And I just said, I need a break. I need to take some time for myself and just refresh myself until I come back in September. Because I said I was going to come back in September because I just need this month off for myself, just for my mental health. It's a lot of work, folks. Trust me.
I believe you. I've watched you do it for the longest, way before the podcast was a thing. Back when, what was that app that you were using?
I was on Amino, and I did like blogs, and trust me, and I've been on the front consistently because of the work. And like I still think one of my favorite moments I've ever done on that app was interviewing Lufisto.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
still one of my favorite. Like, I just simply asked her on Twitter if I can interview you, and she said yes. It was just a simple DM. And I'm not saying you should. You should do it, folks, because sometimes they will say no and they don't even know who the hell you are.
Yep, or sometimes they will ask for some sort of payment as well, because if you don't have any money to pay them, they're like, well, you're SOL, buddy. I'm not about to do some random interview with some guy on the internet that I don't even know what your brand looks like.
Absolutely. Like
why?
this is a lesson, folks. Like, if you want to interview somebody, get to know them personally. And if you love pro wrestling, just tell them, like, ask them some questions about it. Like, one of the biggest questions I asked Lufisto, because she's been on the indies for so long, was, and yeah, this is something I want to mention, because I asked her, like, you've been to many promotions, and I was thinking about you possibly going to WWE, and she dropped a bomb on me saying that somebody was, like, she wanted to go, but somebody in that company did not want her there for some reason.
Yeah, at the time, I remember
At that
reading
time,
it.
and I still remember that.
Less said about her
Less said
experience
about
at
it,
AEW, because that
less said
wasn't.
about that, the better. Because I mean, I already have my take on that situation.
Yeah, it was very weird. I
Yeah.
will say this, if I were to start Mad Bound up, I would start interviewing like my local pro wrestlers and try to get the word out for their shows and whatnot.
And that's
something
what I do
always wanted to do.
That's what I do with my wrestle vlogs. Every time I go to a Wildcat show, I try to get the word out, like, about their promotion. Just try to get some eyes on that product, because I've been going there for so long, and some of the wrestlers that I know, they're like my friends in real life, because you've been there and you just get to connect with them because of that.
I wouldn't call them my friends. I'd call them, like they're people we're familiar with.
Some of them.
We're familiar with them, and if I were to do the show, I would try to use my platform to interview them. Some of them like 10-year vets, 20-year vets. Like, hey man, how'd you start? How'd you do this? From ring announcers to referees to everything. Like, I would just start there, kind of build the portfolio of all the people you're interviewing, and then maybe you can reach out to someone that's at another promotion or another bigger, well-known promotion, and just keep going that way. Because I don't think you could just start by, let me DM Trick Williams and see if Trick Williams want to talk about it. It's not going to work that way.
That's not going to work, folks.
You have to be realistic with it.
Don't do that.
Just build your brand. That's the main thing. Like, if you're going to do wrestling content, the main thing is being consistent and building your brand. You can't slouch with it. I tried a long time ago, back in, like, I want to say 2018, before I had my full-time gig. I was doing something on YouTube. I think I just scrubbed it off the internet, but it was called like the Smart Kingdom, and it was something at the time. Very smarky wrestling fan content, but I had to post like every single day. I had to do all this work that Shino just talked about. You have to really commit yourself to it to make it work. I'm not saying anybody out there isn't doing it, but you have to make sure your ducks are in a row. You have to make sure that everything you are saying is factual. You have to give honest opinions on things and not just be repeating the same things like a Solid Monster would say, or a JD, or a Sean
Compadres.
Ross. Yeah, Wrestling Compadres, or Sean Ross Sapp.
Steven Larson.
Yeah, you have to bring your own flavor to it. So that's the main thing. You got to make yourself stand out, and it's going to take a while. It's not an easy thing. I can tell you, just podcasting in general, it's going to take a while before people really catch on to what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You got to just stick with it and block out the bullshit that your brain might tell you, like, oh, the show's not good enough, or some rando on the internet telling you the show sucks or whatever. You just got to ignore it. Keep going, because you do it because you love it. You're not doing it because you're trying to get famous. And if you do get famous, kudos. It's like a bonus
to you, but don't go for fame, folks. Just don't. Like, I'm being real. I said the same thing about it when I stream. I don't do this for fame. I just do it because I love it. Like, if you want the fame, that's on you. You make the choice. More power to you. But like, there's this quote that I literally live with. Well, there's two to be precise. And it was at the Mystery Skulls concert, and the lead singer of Snowblood said it best: even if your art is shit, still share it. Don't let anybody doubt your abilities.
And sure did say that.
And the second one, and I found this quote like 2 weeks ago: do what you love, build it, and they will come. And if they don't, it's okay too. Just show up for yourself. That's all I could say about That's just something I'm adding. Don't show up for them. Show up for you. Always
That's the
show up
main
for
thing.
yourself.
And that's not just for streaming or anything. That's just in life. You
That's
better
in
show up
life.
for yourself. You have to.
Because people ain't going to show up for you. Show up for yourself.
Absolutely. If you don't care about you, no one will
No
care.
one is never going to care about you if you don't care about yourself.
Right.
We're not perfect, folks. Trust me. I'm not perfect. I made many mistakes. I try to learn from my mistakes. I try to own up to my mistakes. And, like, literally, that's how life works. It's going to be that way.
Yep. It's going to be like that.
It's a cycle. You're going to have to learn from everything
It's a marathon, not a race.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep. It comes to life, your health, all that stuff. You got to just show up for yourself. Like, I think this is a nice segue into choices. Like, I feel like some people cannot complain about the choices that they made and then try to blame it on other factors when you made the choice to do X, Y, and Z. You can't be, for example, if you bring a kid into this world and then let's say you and your partner don't work out or whatever the case may be, but you want to be there for your kid, you're going to find a way to put your bullshit aside and make sure you're there for the kid. Like, you're not going to bring how you feel towards your partner to your kid because that's not who you're here for. You're here for your kid. It's no different than people who are big. See, I didn't say that for it. People who are big and they complain about being big. Guess what? If you don't want to be big anymore, you want to slim down a bit, you got to make the choice to go to either a gym or do something to benefit yourself. You can't sit there and complain and bitch and moan that you're big. You have to do something about it. It's about your choices. And that's where it all ties back into showing up for yourself. You can't sit there and not do anything, not showing up for yourself, and then blame everybody else around you. You're not showing up for yourself. You can't love someone if you don't love yourself. You have to do the work to make sure you get the best out of life. If you're not doing that, Godspeed to you, because you can just complain and you're going to hinder your time here, and it's not a good look. So I know that was random, y'all, but we're going to get to SummerSlam eventually. Shino, you can go.
I know, but just to piggyback off of what MC said, like, when I say show up for yourself, love yourself, validate yourself, like, just be the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't try to fit in. And I'm using that thusly because, trust me, I've done that a lot, and that did not get me anywhere. I just have to be me and be who I am and not try to do something that's hip or trendy. Just do something that you love that makes people come and say, hey, I like what you do. Like, and I'm going to be real to everybody. Just sometimes being alone, you may think, oh, I hate being alone, but sometimes there's the benefit of being alone. Like, you got to love yourself. You got to learn about yourself. And when you love yourself, great things are going to come. Like, you don't need to be asking about, I need somebody in my life. Like, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with somebody's life if you don't like yourself? Like, literally ask yourself that question. Like, embrace some of the things that makes you you. And look, you can have some weird quirks about yourself, and that's okay. It's okay. Like, I have weird quirks about myself. You don't see me complaining. Like, you don't. MC has some quirks about himself that could be weird, but you don't see him complaining.
Yeah, that's just me as a whole. I'm just a weirdo. Embrace your weird.
Embrace your weirdness. You don't need people. Like, if people say I'm weird, I don't care.
I do this shit for the weirdos. This is strictly for the weirdos. I don't. If you're all in that normal shit, honestly, I don't care. Because you're normal and you're weird. That's weird to me by being normal. Like, I like my weirdos, my fellow weirdos out there. Not you weird bastards that be doing shit that's illegal. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone that you can be yourself around, your authentic self, 24/7, and they're not going to judge you for it. It's just, oh, this is you all the time. I know I'm a bit much to deal with at times, like a whirlwind of shit. I feel like Robin Williams sometimes, but I love that because, hey, it's who I am, and I'm not going to sit up here and not be myself because that makes people uncomfortable. If that makes you uncomfortable, well, tough shit. I don't care because I like being myself. I will guard myself around people who can't appreciate authenticity, though, and I'm not going to expose myself to people who, are just going to try to use me for whatever the case may be. But, You
Like, I
have
think
to
the
do
best way
that.
to put it, if you don't like my weirdness, go find somebody else. You're not offending me.
Yeah. If I'm too much to handle, go find less.
Yeah, go find
Go
less. You're
find
not
less.
offending me. Trust me. You ain't gonna
Not
hurt
hurting
my feelings.
Not at all. Jinx.
I'm just moving on.
Now he owes me something now. If you didn't catch that. We said the same thing at the same time. I said, Jinx, you owe me something now.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, embrace your inner light. Embrace yourself. As Dear Silas said, hug yourself today. By the way, that concert was awesome. I'm sure you guys are going to hear me talk about that twice. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, concert was fantastic. Hug yourself today. Love yourself. Learn to let shit go. Fuck a grudge. A grudge isn't worth holding on to. You're alive. You're here. Someone else isn't. So you should enjoy the time that you have here. Love yourself. Embrace your life. Embrace your weirdness. And if people have a problem with you, don't even entertain it. Don't tell them to go fuck themselves. I mean, they can go fuck themselves, but don't entertain it. Just, hey, it is what it is. I'm not your cup of tea. That's great. I know who I am a cup of tea for. The folks over there, I
call it my small circle of people who appreciate me for who I am.
Absolutely.
Because I don't need a large circle. I think a small circle is perfect.
Large circles are overrated.
Absolutely. You can have 1,000 people in your circle, but there's going to be a select few who will always stick around like the roots at the bottom of a tree.
Absolutely. And I don't think I would want too many eyes on me because, one, someone's going to be disappointed, and two, that's going to get on my nerves. Like being super duper famous, that's going to get on my nerves. I would want my privacy. Even in the wrestling space, I wouldn't want to be a Sean Ross Sapp because everyone's looking to you for accurate journalism. And if you report something wrong, oh, look at this fraud. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's like, oh my God, bro. I made one mistake and now y'all don't believe nothing I say. Okay, bet. I wouldn't want I'm not going to say I wouldn't want the fame. That'd be cool. People rely on me like a Dave Meltzer or whatnot, but I don't want all of the negativity that comes with it because let you do something wrong or say something about how you feel politically or how you feel personally about something and everyone gets their panties in a bunch and their balls in a bunch and they get mad at you and now you have to spend time on Twitter defending yourself because people are being jackasses to you. I don't want that. But
social media is just a toxic place anyway, so it's best that you avoid that. That's what I did.
But I wouldn't leave it. Just keep it. I know if you're going to keep a wrestling thing and you want to grow, you would need a page for it. Post a clip of here. You know, you really don't leave social media ever because if you're on YouTube, you're on social media. If you're on TikTok, you're on social media. If you're on Twitter still, you're on social media. These things aren't going anywhere anytime soon. It's not like it's not like how it was when we were kids, where these were like optional things like a MySpace, a Facebook, Twitter at the time. Now they're just everywhere. They're ingrained in everything. So you never really leave social media, but you should make the decision on how you want to spend your time on it. And that's what I've learned over time. I have Instagram, I have Blue Sky, I have TikTok, but I'm not on it all the time. Mostly watch TV on YouTube and YouTube TV. That's neither here nor there. We just did 30 minutes of like self-care and shit. So I'd clap it up for ourselves right now at home. I give myself a hand clap.
I give myself a pat on the back.
Golf clap, pat on the back here. But that's not what you came for. You came for the SummerSlam. And we got to talk SummerSlam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let Shino run us through the card. Oh, I guess we'll talk about every match from night 1 to night 2. And just overall thoughts on the show once we finish night 2. And the thing that happened that has the internet either divided or
excited.
Very disgusted right now. Excited, disgusted, divided. It is what it is. But Shino, I'm going to send it your way. Let's chat night 1.
Okay, so we're going to start with night 1. And we're going to open things up with the tag team match between Roman and Jay versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, which... The stable has a name now. It finally has a name after so many months of trying to figure out what it is.
It's not Braun?
No, I'm talking about Seth's group.
Oh, they actually named it. I mean, Seth's group sounds like the name.
No, it's called The Vision. They revealed it on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, because he's a visionary. He's an architect, a revolutionary.
He is Seth freaking Rollins.
Freaking Rollins. So great.
But anyway, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
because I do have some positive things to say about how they executed that. But overall, I thought the tag match was a good opener. I don't know what it is with Roman. He has that aura. Every time you hear that music, you just hear the reaction. And when he comes out, that pop is great. I will say this. One of the key takeaways I had for that match was Roman sacrificing himself for Jay to eat the spear from Braun Breaker, who honestly has the best spear right now in pro wrestling, if you ask me.
Spear is like a bullet out of a gun.
Literally, it looks like a bullet came out of a gun or a cannonball that came out of a cannon. But
I don't know how he runs that fast and just runs through someone without ripping them apart. I mean, don't
that
get
football
it.
that football really pays off for him.
I just hope he takes care of his legs and don't blow your knee out, because I would hate
don't
for
overly tan yourself.
Yeah, stop tanning yourself. You are a white man, okay? I get you like to look good on TV, but you're doing too much with the tanner, Braun. You look really weird. You look like you just dumped the whole damn bottle on yourself. You're not brown, brother. You're white.
And we're not
Get a
saying
light
this
tan.
we're not saying this to hate you. We're saying this out of respect.
I'm saying it because you look crazy on TV. You look like you've been in a tanning booth all day. Bro, I don't want you to get no skin disease or anything, but hey, man.
God, no.
Light tan.
Yep.
Light tan. Shit.
But overall, like I said, the match was good. I thought this was a good way to open the show. And Roman and Jay got the win, and I'm happy that Jay was the one who got the win for the team, because it would have been easier to have Roman do it, but giving it to Jay, that's something. I like it.
It is, and I know I'm fast forwarding to Monday Night Raw. Where the hell was Jay on Monday Night Raw? Because I don't know if I missed it.
Yeah, Jay wasn't there. Jay wasn't there for some reason.
Yeah, clearly he wasn't there. He should have been at the main of the ending of that show.
I think the reason why they did that angle, because if you guys don't know, Roman Reigns is going to play Akuma in the Street Fighter movie, and having Bronson Reed, who I really like giving multiple tsunamis to Roman, if this is their way of writing him off so he could film the Street Fighter movie, by all means, I'm okay with it.
I did not think of that. I forgot they're probably going into production for that movie now. So it can be done in 2026, because I think it does come out in 2026.
Yes, and he's not the only WWE guy that's going to be in the movie.
We'll get to him later.
But it was a good match.
Yeah.
MC, what did you think about the match?
Overall, I agree. Same. Good match. Roman opening the show is weird, but you get what you get. He's either the start of the show or the end of the show. It's been like that since the whole Bloodline storyline. He's the beginning or the end. So him sacrificing himself for Jay felt like a big apology. Like, I'm sorry for putting you through all that nonsense throughout the Bloodline thing. My bad. Family does matter. My bad. And bam, you got that. I enjoyed the match. I had a suspicion, and we're going to get to it. But
we're going to get to that, because I had that same suspicion as well.
But as soon as Team Braun lost, I'm like, something ain't right about that. And something probably going to happen at the end of the show. Moving on.
But moving on, the next match was the women's tag team title match. And you guys know, and most of you, MC knows how I feel about the women's tag team titles as a whole.
Cursed.
Not only cursed, but it's worthless.
And it's only worthless because you don't book it properly.
You can't book it properly, and that's the problem.
Like, the reason you don't have Sasha Banks in WWE right now is because of how you guys booked the belts. And I remember why she left. Because you wanted her to face Naomi, to face, I think at the time, Ronda Rousey was there. And
I remember, because I actually sided with Sasha and Naomi for taking a stand for themselves, and I'm proud of them for what they did. And we'll get to Naomi in a second, because Naomi, I'm happy that what they're doing for her right now.
That's my girl. I love Naomi. Love her so much.
I'm happy that they took their ball, stood up to the head honcho, looking at you, Vince.
Yeah, and then you guys tried to play him on TV and act like, two black women stood up for themselves. We can't have that. They are stripped from the belts, and I feel like ever since then, cursed. Just cursed. It's been cursed ever since. Yep. And the fact you guys had to beg Naomi, you had to beg Trinity to come back to WWE, that says a lot. But I go back to my original point. If you would book the damn thing with sense and book an actual tag team division
or
around
actually
the
have
women's
a legit team.
Yeah, have some teams that aren't just thrown together or in a faction, you'd have a decent women's tag team division. It's the same thing. I think NXT had women's belts before Shayna and Ronda came and took those.
And I also got to point the finger of blame at the people on the IWC who've been clamoring for the women's tag team titles. And it's like the saying, be careful what you wish for, because you may be excited about it, but when you see the booking, you won't be satisfied. Case in point, look at the Iconics.
Right. Perfect. Tag team. And still nothing.
Constantly losing. Need I say more?
They're in TNA. Don't know why we can't just do a crossover. We do a crossover with literally everyone else that's over there, so why not
do it on the main roster instead of NXT?
Do it on the main roster. Do it on NXT. Do it somewhere. Like, I don't
get
it.
They mostly do it on NXT instead of the main roster with TNA, which I don't understand. Like, you got AJ Styles for Slammiversary.
And I'll say this. I'm spoiling it now. Charlotte and Alexa won one. No surprise there.
No surprise, but I'm going to be honest. I actually like the pairing of Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and here's my reason. Because, like, if you have Charlotte by herself, she's boring. And I mean that in no disrespect to Charlotte Flair. It's just, you put her in a match, people will be complaining about her getting a title match, just like they're doing with Rhea Ripley, which we will get into in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is helping Charlotte Flair out even more because, number one, Alexa Bliss is over as hell. And people love Alexa Bliss. And the chemistry with Alexa and Charlotte as a team is hilarious. And I have a good laugh watching it.
It's fun. But, I love the fact it's fun. They even teased that they were going to break up at the final points of the match. But
that was a nice attention to detail.
My whole thing with them holding the women's tag belts, championships,
whatever.
My problem with it is you have two of the most over women in your company at the moment. People love Charlotte. Well, ish. Some people I think people love Charlotte a lot more after the Players Tribune article.
Well, if you haven't read the Players Tribune for Charlotte, I honestly
highly recommend it. It's a good read.
This is not Charlotte Flair, the character. This is like Ashley, the person, the human being.
Yes, but I think now people are more receptive to her after that. And like you said earlier, Alexa Bliss, since she came back at the Rumble, we love Alexa Bliss. She's dope. My problem and concern with this, yes, this is a fun tag team. Yes, this is great chemistry between the two. You don't have a valid
women's tag team
to challenge that, because you can't call someone up from NXT. You can't call Ruka and Zarya. You can't make Judgment Day constantly feud with these two women. We're not going to make the Kabuki Warriors do it because that's supposed to be a one-off, and it looks like it's not a one-off. I don't understand what's the point of putting the belts on these two women if I don't have any competitors for those two women. I don't need random feuds. I need actual teams that can challenge them. And the only team outside of Judgment Day would be the Kabuki Warriors. Like, we don't have Metaphor anymore. That would have been great to see Metaphor. We don't have Jade and Bianca anymore. Bianca's injured. We don't have Alba and Isla. That's a done deal. We don't, the Secret Harvest, that might be a thing, but come on, man. Like, are we being serious?
Like, and it's just, that's one of the problems. I don't care about the women's tag team titles because you don't have like a compelling women's tag team division. And you could say NXT has like a stack load of women's talent, but do you honestly think I trust WWE actually giving a damn about the women's tag titles? No. They showed it ever since. Even under Triple H, they haven't given me a reason to care.
I was just about to say that. Because...
And I'm going to be real, what they should do, they should burn those titles, vacate the titles, because clearly you're showing by your actions that you do not care. I watch by your actions instead of your words. You say
Vince
you
care.
And Triple H doesn't
care. Yeah, clearly. He doesn't give a shit. Triple K doesn't give a shit at all. Like, sorry. He knows why he's being called that on the internet now. You know what you did, dumbass. But, yeah, man, you don't give a damn. You barely care about the tag team division for the men. Like, that shit's in shambles.
We'll get to that on night 2 because I do have a lot to say about the tag team division regarding the men, because after what they did in night 2, I mean, and it's a lot of positives for me, but it just exposes WWE on a lot of things when it comes to tag team wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah. Like, and I can't say any other company's doing it better right now. Not all of y'all are treating tag team wrestling with the respect that it deserves. But damn it, you're the number one honcho in the game. You're the top boss. You're supposed to be showing and leading by example. This is how you do tag team wrestling. And skipping to night 2 just for a second, like giving me a car crash, loved it. Shit was awesome. But what do we do from here? We have the Motor City Machine Guns here.
I was going to save it for night 2.
Yeah, we'll save it for night 2. I'm just saying, man, you have all these talented teams here, and we can't book them properly. They're barely on SmackDown. They're barely on Raw. Barely even, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Trust me, folks, I am saving that. I'm saving the tag team rant for night 2. You do not want to miss it.
Oh, they won't, because they have to listen to the whole thing. But you know what? The women's tag match, great. I had fun watching it.
It was fun. That's the best way I could say it. It was fun, but I already knew Charlotte and Alexa were going to win because there was no way in hell the Judgment Day were going to beat 2 of the top names in the women's division right now.
Yeah, it'd have to be like some sort of ass pull for them to lose. Like, they just break up at that match, and thankfully it didn't happen. My only concern is the future of the team. Not the team, the future booking that they're going to get. That's the follow-through, yeah, because it's cool. The moment's cool, guys. They won it, but how do we follow up on it so the momentum stays the same? Because if we don't follow up,
then I ain't going to give a shit at the end.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you just break them up and have them go for singles belts and don't do anything with the tag belts for the women anymore because you guys haven't properly built the division since you introduced it.
And I still stand by that to this very day.
Yeah, you got Bayley and Sasha holding it down during like the
only
COVID
for them
era.
To drop it to the Iconics.
Drop it to the Iconics. Then we'll don't know what to do with the Iconics because of the moment. And then, okay, moving on.
Moving on
and on
let me move on because I don't want to waste everybody's time.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, let me be real on this. This match was solid, okay? Number 1. Number 2, I was happy that Kross got back-to-back PLEs because, number 1, he freaking deserves it, and he's a good storyteller. My only problem was I already knew what the outcome was going to be because of the contract issue with Karrion Kross. Now, I stand at and I said this, like, Sami winning, solid match, but it would be foolish of WWE to let this man walk. And I'm not seeing him going to AEW because I know Scarlett has an issue with Don Callis. I just feel...
I did not know that.
Yeah, she has an issue with Don Callis.
Over what? What happened?
Something that happened in TNA.
Yeah. Okay, that would make sense.
So, like, I don't see them going there. Like, they could be on the indies, but I know Kross has a new book that's out as of today, as we're recording this on Tuesday, but the episode's going to be up on
whenever production is done with it. But whenever they're done with it.
And this isn't me trying to pull some conspiracy off my top of my brain. Like, I know this week he's going to be a free agent, and I'm just throwing this out there. What if they're letting him promote his book, and if he's already re-signed, but he wants to keep it private? Because if you remember at night 2, when he had that pipe bomb, and he said they leaked my effing contract, and you could tell he was genuinely upset about that, because he wants it to be private. He doesn't want it out there, and I'm with Kross on that. Like, dude, I don't want things to be leaked out. Like, if
I don't need to know everything. That's the main thing. I don't need to know. Like, I would be more surprised if you just stopped showing up on WWE television.
Yeah,
because
he wasn't on Raw. Because I know he has to promote the book.
He's either promoting the book or they're literally going to let him walk. And again, like you said, I can't see them doing that because he's hella over right now. You just need to give him the ball and let him run with it. Like, he can tell a story with just about anybody. He can be a great upper mid-card guy, future Intercontinental Champion.
Like, he doesn't need to be a main
champion. He could be if you give him the ball.
He was in NXT.
But, I can't see them letting him go. Because that's just free money. Even if she has an issue with Don Callis, I think for a fact, if Tony Khan threw enough money at Killer Kross, they're coming to AEW because you let me leave at this height. And I also believe that you secretly resigned and you're going to do your freelance work, talk about your book, maybe hit a couple indies, and then one day you just show up on Raw and like crosshammer somebody out the blue and then jump through the crowd and leave. And the crowd's like, holy shit, it's Karrion Kross is back. Oh my God. And he's like, I'm not back. I just did that because I could. And, it'll be one big work for the fans. And again, another moment. And but they could no follow through.
They could do that for the Unreal stuff because I didn't watch Unreal. I mean, they pretty much showed it everywhere on social media.
Yeah, I don't plan to watch it either because
people already showed it on social media.
Exactly. And I don't need the Triple K whack off fest to watch him. Look what we're doing. We're doing this. We're doing. I don't care, bro. Like I really don't care. Do whatever you're gonna do. I've watched wrestling enough to know that a team comes up with a lot of these storylines, so I don't need you to show me that. That's more for like the casual fan.
That's what it's all about. It's for the casual who don't know what the business of pro wrestling.
Right. Like it's cool to see the writers, but I don't have an issue with the show either. But I don't need to watch it because you're gonna give me what you're gonna give me. You're not gonna give us like something that you saw online. Like maybe we could work with that. It's not gonna happen. But Sami versus Karrion Kross, very solid match. I was rooting for Karrion to win or Sami just to let it all go and hit him with the pipe and hit him with the lead pipe. Give into your instinct of being a evil man and prove me right. But it is cool that Karrion Kross got back-to-back pay-per-views. All I'm going to say is...
They let him walk. That's on them.
You let him walk. That's free money. The Indies is going to love that. GCW probably be the first first company to call and like, oh, you're coming to work. You're not going to be sitting at home for 90 days. You're coming to work. GCW is going to hit you up. Hell, MLW may hit you up because they hit up Shotzi. Maple Leaf Pro. Hell, Japan might call.
Absolutely, Japan.
I think like New Japan needs a Gaijin bad. Like ever since Omega left,
ever since Omega, Ospreay, and Jay White
and Jay White, like they need a Gaijin bad. You need a foreign person that's not Japanese, and I think Kross would fit that bill perfectly.
Like the only Gaijin that's at the top is I forgot what his name was. It was because he was with the Death Riders at All In.
You're talking about Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd, yeah. He's the only one I could think of.
Yeah, and I think he's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to back out of the G1 Climax because of a knee injury.
Yeah, so
which is unfortunate.
There you have it. That's who I would say. If he walks, he has to go somewhere that is not affiliated with WWE. Like you're going to New Japan. I can't see you coming back to TNA as Killer Kross.
It would not work.
That would make sense to me. I'm like, you could just keep him over there and build him up over there. Like, make sure the follow-through makes sense. That's the main thing that they have a problem with. It's like you give us this great moment, and then you don't follow up on it. Like,
it's not just
Ron Killings.
It's the main thing with wrestling in general.
Yeah, but for them specifically, they do this all the time. Like, when you fired R-Truth, Ron Killings, and Ron Killings was about to go somewhere, you bring him back to stop Cena from whatever. I forgot who the hell Cena was wrestling in that match. But you stop him, and who were they wrestling? Was it Uso and
I think it was... I totally forgot.
Was that Logan Paul match?
I think it was, like, because they had Cena and Logan teaming up, and...
I think it was Cody and Jay.
It was Cody and Jay. Cody and Jay.
And you have Ron Killings come, do the run-in,
The last time Ron Killings was on the show, that was when he beat Aleister Black on SmackDown. Okay,
he beats Aleister Black, but you have him do this big moment, right? He cuts his hair on Raw, generates buku views, and then we have him on SmackDown chasing after John Cena. Then after that, you beat Aleister Black, and after that,
nothing.
I don't have anything for you. Nothing. It's the same thing with Carmelo Hayes. Like, how do you go on this great NXT run? You get drafted to SmackDown, and they treat you like shit. Like, you're not even on the card.
Like, he shouldn't even be on SmackDown in the first place. That's just how I see it.
Like, I would have hoped tonight on NXT, like, he would have just came back to NXT just for one night to challenge Obafemi and check Trick. That would have been a moment. But you have him doing nothing. You had him doing something with Miz, and you broke up with the Miz. It's just, I hate the inconsistent booking. Like, don't book something, give me a moment, and then don't book it anymore. Like, that's terrible.
It just, not only is it terrible, it just makes two things look bad. It makes the talent look bad, and it makes your creative look bad.
Yeah, it's like, did you guys really look at what you wrote on paper? Or did you just say, no, we didn't look at what we wrote on paper. We just figured we could throw this monkey wrench in the thing. The man just said he's driving the boat now. Like, I'm not going to get over this Ron Killings thing. Like, you have him turn all serious. Then you keep calling him R-Truth on TV. He just said he's Ron Killings. You're supposed to be calling him Ron Killings. He's not R-Truth. R-Truth is not there anymore. It's Ron Killings. You're supposed to be booking him in the shit. He's supposed to be doing shit. So now that John Cena has just poo-pooed his heel turn, by the way, we'll get to that too. Poo-pooed his heel turn. And what the fuck? It's like, what are you doing? Like, we have 3 different storylines going on and you just shit on 2 of them because one of them didn't make sense and the other one wasn't being booked properly. Like, what are we doing?
There's
I don't know.
So much, but let's just move on.
We're going to move on because, by the way, yeah, we're going to move on. Karrion Kross, please. WWE, do the right thing and sign the man. And if not, New Japan, take Karrion Kross. All Japan, take Karrion Kross. Fucking Noah, take Karrion Kross. Someone take Karrion Kross and let him just develop. He would do numbers in Japan. I just know it. I know. I see the money there. He would reinvent himself in Japan. Mm-hmm. He go to Rev Pro and reinvent himself there too. Like, the shit's there. Just give him a chance. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
I'm gonna get frustrated.
Yep.
Thinking about it.
I'm not gonna waste my energy talking about it. But Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship match. Like, let me be real when I say this. This was fine for what it was. Number 1. Number 2, Jade Cargill is not ready for that top position yet. She's not. And I'm happy that they kept it on Tiffany Stratton. And it just ended abruptly after, like, the finish just ended abruptly when I watched it. And, like, we could glaze about how good Jade Cargill is. Like, the entrance speaks for itself. The in-ring is either hit or miss.
I'm going to glaze because I think, I'm not going to say she's 100% ready. I'll say she's like 90% ready. Like, the tools are there.
It's there. It's just
you don't give her enough reps to put the tools together.
I also think she's miscast as well, because I could honestly see Jade Cargill as a massive heel.
Absolutely. Like,
I
she
think
could
a
be
heel
a baby
Jade Cargill
face
would be
too.
better.
It would work, but I would need a reason. And I think with this match, the main problem I had with this match,
it's the build. The build sucked. It reminds me of, and I'm not trying to throw Io under the bus. It's like how they booked Io's build for Evolution. Like, it's a simple build. It's like, oh, you haven't beaten me, Rhea. Simple as that. I mean, it's simple, but it's just
I want to fight the best.
I want to fight
It's you. Let's do it at Evolution. Okay,
simple as that.
But this one was like, there's no heat between the two. There's nothing
Why
there.
should I care? That's the thing.
Cared too much about Tiffany's entire title run. Like the title reign.
Like, it's just as bad as Io's title run.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if I list everyone she's wrestled, Nia Jax, Naomi before the heel turn, Naomi after the heel turn, and that lady in DQ, Trish Stratus, Jade Cargill.
Like,
did I name everyone? That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. It's mostly Nia Jax.
So,
and that's not to throw shade at Nia, because Nia's been good. Nia's been good ever since she came back.
Yeah, like, Nia's been killing it. I just think, like, once again, it's the thin women's division. It's thin, and you're not really calling people up. People should be called up. You put folks like, I'll just go out and say it, Roxanne Perez is in Judgment Day, and I don't know why she's in Judgment Day. I get it. It's to tease Dom's going to cheat on Liv with Roxanne. Ooh, but
like, I honestly see the writing a mile away. Like, I'm not
Roxanne
stupid.
Should have been on SmackDown and should have been feuding with Stratton for that belt. That would have been something.
It would have been so much better. Like, honestly,
a little bit of history.
Honestly, let me be real. What they should have done, they should have had Asuka win Queen of the Ring and challenge Tiffany Stratton and give her the best match of her career, because Asuka's a veteran.
See, but that also pushed them in a corner, because if Tiffany Stratton beats Asuka, you're not going to hear the end of it. People won't be like, that's bullshit, because Asuka's not losing to Tiffany Stratton. Are you guys kidding me? That's not a thing that happened in real life. Asuka would smoke that lady. Easy. Would. And the IWC would be pissed about that. They're mad about Jade losing. I get it. Based off of what you've seen, the way she was booked in AEW, she was booked as, I do these couple moves, like, really look back at it. She would do the pump kick. She would do a couple power moves. And here comes Jaded 1, 2, 3. And they booked her like a Bill Goldberg. Honestly, they booked her like that. And does she need work? Like,
yes.
Help ring work wise?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. She needs to put like her tools together. I'm not going to sit there and like she can do no wrong. I'm going to be unbiased here. It's not where it needs to be. It's getting there. It's getting there. That's why I said she's like 90% there. She just needs to put a couple little things together, maybe selling, some more psychology, and she's hungry to learn. So I know she'll learn this stuff. Just like she was hungry in AEW. You trained with Danielson back then. I know you're going to learn it. It's just putting it together. And eventually she's going to get all the tools together and become either that massive babyface or we're going to see that bitch show come back and be the heel.
I would rather the bitch show because, I actually prefer that.
Cut the shit. She can do it. Or cut the crap or whatever she'd say in WWE. I just know that Jade Cargill is almost there. Tiffany has it because you came up through NXT and you got your reps in there. And I think that's the difference between the two. Like AEW wasn't bad for Jade, but you weren't booked to really go toe to toe with the wrestlers that were there at the time. Like you wasn't fighting Cheetah. You never fought Cheetah. Not once.
I don't think she fought Thunder Rosa.
Didn't fight Rosa. You weren't in the main event scene. Like, you weren't wrestling the girls that wrestle. You fought Statlander at the end, but you were done by that point.
It was clear where you wanted to go.
Yeah, you wanted to go to the WWE, and that's cool and all, but she just needs, again, more reps, and eventually she'll put it together because she's a phenomenal athlete, and she will put the tools together. It's going to take time. Just a little more time. She can learn from Bianca, everyone she's in the ring with. It's the right call, but also it's like, is it the right call? Because Tiffany Stratton's title run has been very boring. Like, who's going to take it off of her? Like, it's not Charlotte, and it's not Bliss. Who else on that woman's roster is going to take the belt off her unless we're going to do a proper build with Jade Cargill versus Stratton, unless we do that, because it can't be Julia, because Julia is in a feud with Zelina right now. So we can't do that either.
The match they had on SmackDown, Julia and Zelina Vega, that was an excellent match. That was possibly the best women's United States title match I've ever seen.
Should have been on the card.
But I digress. But anyway, moving
on.
Okay. Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Okay. I did not give a shit about this, and I'm going to be real, but after looking back, I'm going to be on. Let me be generally honest as possible. Number one, let me give Jelly Roll his props. Like, he was a fan, and he took some good shit in that match. And the MVP, let me be honest, you can say what you want. Logan Paul was the MVP of this fucking match.
And I hate to admit it. That's the problem. I hate to admit that that's true. Because it is.
Like, I could hate Logan Paul stinking guts, and if he's listening, let me be real. You're so damn good in the ring. Like, you're so damn good in the ring. Like, if you want and just be there and be committed full time, I could definitely see you as a world champion in the future. It's just you show up when WWE needs you. Like, you signed with the company. Show the hell up.
If you didn't have all these extra ventures outside of WWE, I think you could hold some gold.
Like, you are a former United States champion, and we'll get to that in a second. But look, looking back, I literally said, number one, I did not give a shit about it because I don't care. I don't want to see, I don't want this to be a trend where they try to get every single freaking celebrity to get in the ring. Like, the only ones that make sense is Logan Paul and Bad Bunny.
That's it.
That's it. That should be your match in Puerto Rico. Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny. Watch how that sells.
If he's not shooting a movie or anything, call him out. Let's see who's the best celebrity, quote unquote, wrestler. For Jelly Roll's performance, you could tell he was kind of limited movement wise. He was able to do the moves, but the way he was moving, very limited. He still needs to lose, I guess, some more weight, because whenever he ran for a clothesline, he wasn't running for a clothesline. He kind of stand there, and Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre just run into him. The choke slam is very static. He's not moving. He's not fluid in the ring. But props to him for getting in there and doing a whole match. He didn't come up with the win, but you went through a damn table, bro.
That was a good spot. I'm not going to lie.
Crazy.
Like, Like, if I ever see Logan Paul in person, like, I'm
not talking to Logan Paul
like,
in person.
Trust me, I know you will not talk to Logan Paul, but I would literally say, dude, you're really good at this wrestling stuff. Just keep up the good work.
No lie. I would probably give him his props, and that's about it. I'm like,
that's what I would do.
But
get
shit.
this.
That's it.
Get this. The original plan, it was supposed to be Randy Orton and Jelly Roll winning this match, and I don't know what made them change their mind, but, I mean, switching from Drew to Logan Paul made sense because, number one, and this is something I realized, Logan Paul is undefeated at SummerSlam.
They probably recognize that right at the day of the show. It's like, oh shit, he has a streak here. We can't afford for him to lose.
And not only that, Drew needs this win more because he's been on the losing end.
You can say the same for Randy ever since you lost.
And Randy too, but yeah, but I mean, I'm glad they went with the 180 and went with Drew and Logan. And Logan was the one who pinned Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting another Jelly Roll match until he's, like he said it on Stephanie's pod when they played the clips, like he lose more weight, then he'll be able to, do more. And I'm sure it's not the last we're going to see of Jelly Roll in a WWE ring.
It's not, but I will give him credit for that black hole slam because that is a thing of beauty. I'm sorry.
Nasty
I love that move
slam.
so much.
Got a nasty choke slam too. Like,
but that black hole slam is a thing of beauty. It depends on the right person to sell it, though.
Yeah, he was able to do it properly.
Yep.
Shout out to Abyss. But yeah, man, I agree. I don't want this to become a trend where a celebrity has to be at SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania having a match. We already went through that when had Snooki and whatever the fuck, whoever was the damn president was at a match.
Don't even remind me.
I'm calling them that, the rotten orange. But you get the point. Like, we went through a phase where every week there was a celebrity on Raw or SmackDown or on a pay-per-view.
That was the worst time.
Terrible
let's
television. Let's not do that.
Let's not do it.
I don't want to see a celebrity in the ring unless they are serious about this shit, like Bad Bunny or Logan Paul. Or even a Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll just has, mobility issues. That's his only issue that I had with the match. I'm like, you're stiff in that ring. Why are you so stiff? But if they're serious, then go for it. But if they're not, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Megan Thee Stallion and Bianca Belair fight. Like, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. But if they actually train and do it, then yeah, do the match. But if they're just there to do a bump or two, no, I don't want to see that.
Just give me a reason to care. If you're committed, and don't just be there for the sake of being there for the moment. I don't want that. I really don't.
It's Jason Momoa versus Roman Reigns because Jason Momoa, what? No.
I don't care. Like, you can sell me on that, but I won't give a crap.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a damn about it. I'm like, whatever, man. That's for the casuals.
And this is a life lesson to anybody. If you're not committed to something, then maybe that's not for you.
Yeah. Look, it's Stephen Amell and David Arquette and Cody Rhodes versus blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, Ridge Holland. We called him back up. Fuck it. I don't know. Like, what are we doing? Don't do that.
Just don't. Like, I think I'm going to be honest, and I think this happened when Cody came back. It was Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. That was an entertaining match.
Now, that one, I was skeptical of it, and then I saw the match, and I'm like, okay, this was fun. This was actually fun.
I had fun.
That was a good match. You could do something like that, sure. It's like a car crash and a bunch of props and stuff, absolutely. But if it's a wrestling match, I don't know about that. You gotta be committed. You gotta do your best. That was the co-main celebrity event thing. That's the co-main event. We're already at the end of the night. One.
And our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk versus Gunther. CM Punk coming out looking like a Fantastic Four with that attire. And
speaking of Fantastic Four, fantastic movie.
No pun intended. Yeah. But this was my favorite match because, number one, is Gunther, and he rarely has a bad match. Like, rarely. This was mostly, half of the match was Gunther beating the crap out of CM Punk. And it reminds me of you-know-who, which we will get into in a second, but it had a different outcome. This was great because, like I said, Gunther is one of the best in-ring workers in that men's division. And if you disagree with that, I don't know what the hell you're watching.
I don't think Gunther has had a bad match since
he came to the main roster.
Yeah, since he came to the main roster. I don't see how And I love how a bad match.
I love how the commentary mentions that most of his wins are like most of his losses. He only lost like what 4 to 5 matches.
4 to 5 matches is what they said.
Yeah, 4 to 5 matches, and you could tell how much they love Gunther. And
I think people were shitting on CM Punk this entire match because they're like, look at him, he's already tired. It's only 10 to 15 minutes in the match. But they wrestled a real technical match. I don't think he was tired or he was wrestling poorly. He sold everything right, and you guys bought into it. Like, he's old and he can't keep up. The dude still knows how to wrestle. He focused on one body part because them chops are vicious. Then he tried to focus on the leg. Like, he was doing everything he could to chop down the tree that's Gunther. And he did his damnedest.
And not only that, it took Gunther being overconfident when he was standing on the Spanish commentary desk that gave CM Punk the opening. And that's when
it hit the side of the desk and he started bleeding, quote unquote. And because he couldn't see, Punk took advantage of that and he hit, I believe, one GTS,
2 GTS. 2.
And then he hit another GTS. And
I like the first GTS because the way he sold it reminded me of Triple H selling that super kick.
Yeah, he just was there and then he hit him with another one. And then, Punk wins. And for 5 minutes, Punk is the new champion until
burn it down. Seth Rollins' music hits the PA system. He's out in crutches. And I love how they shot this. I thought this was an excellent way they did this.
Beautiful piece of cinematography right here. He comes out with Heyman.
2 crutches.
And he's holding the crutches. And I'm thinking, if the injury was legit, he's going to show out and just point. I'm like, you hold that while you can. And he was saying that you hold it while you can because I'm coming to take it from you as soon as I get better. And he hobbles away. And Heyman's just standing there holding the briefcase up. And Punk's looking at him like, the hell are you doing? He's leaving.
And once Seth has his back turned.
Almost to the ramp. And he turns his back.
And this was just perfect.
Both
drops
the crutches. And the crowd's like, no, he did not just swerve us.
And
yes,
he took
did.
The knee brace off.
Takes the knee brace off, throws his glasses, takes off the shirt or the jacket, and he starts walking to the ring. And Punk's like, you got to be effing kidding me. And Rollins is like, the plan is going to be completed because I said you're never going to hold a World Heavyweight Championship as long as I'm here. And he gets in the ring, starts elbowing the piss out of Punk, hits him with the briefcase twice, cashes in, hits the stomp, 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins has fooled the entire IWC.
It was the ruse.
With the ruse of this, whatever they're called, the century.
It's called the ruse of the century.
And
like WrestleMania was the heist of the century, SummerSlam was the ruse of the century.
And Seth has done it again. He is now World Heavyweight Champion. This is twice now.
Yeah, this is his second World Heavyweight Championship. And
he now has absolute power.
Let me be real when I say this. They did this to perfection.
Yeah, this was great.
That was the greatest ending I've seen from night one. And
I will say this. I don't like people faking injuries. I'm going to say that right now because that pisses me off. Like, I get why you did it for this because that's a swerve, but that alarms me.
Screwed over LA Knight in the process.
Big time screwed over LA Knight. And what makes it bad is because now if a wrestler legitimately gets injured, the fans aren't going to believe you're injured. Like when Kevin Owens said, I can't wrestle my neck, they're like, bullshit. Yes, you can. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong. It's like, actually, there's a lot wrong with me. I can't wrestle because of my neck. And I'm worried that doing a story like this where he feigns the injury just to get one over on Punk or, make him feel like he doesn't have a target on his back anymore, it is going to damper injuries moving forward because fans aren't going to take it seriously. And when fans don't take things seriously, they're kind of assholes about your injuries. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Fuck you. Get up and entertain me. And I would hate for it to get that way. But they screwed over LA Knight. LA Knight could have had a SummerSlam match. We didn't do that. And like I said earlier, when Team Bron lost, like, it must be doing something with Seth. Seth has to be coming out to do this. And he came out and he did it. And it was a fantastic ending.
And I will
Questionable
say
means fantastic ending.
I will say this. Like, it really hit me the moment I had to go back and watch Saturday Night Main Event with that match with Seth and LA Knight. If you notice, the ref didn't even do the X sign.
Yeah.
If you notice.
Just called it. So, yeah, he's hurt. Hit the BFT 1, 2, 3. Because if you would have threw up the X, well, he's really injured.
Mm-hmm.
But no X.
I caught on to that immediately. I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't the ref throw up the X?
This is part of the story, dude. It's part of the story, brother.
But anyway.
And that was the end of night 1. So now we're going to move on to night 2.
And night 2 started off hot. This was my third best match of the night. And yes, I call it my third best match. Naomi, Rhea, and Io. Like, what do you want me to say? These are 3 of the best performers, especially Rhea and Io. And let me be real when I say this. I don't understand why some people are hating on Rhea Ripley because she's constantly getting title shots. You're the same people, and
that's why.
And here's the thing. You guys complained when Charlotte was getting title matches, because the booking of Charlotte was too much.
I mean, what do they want them to do? Like, not book Rhea and have her wrestle Becky again, have her go to the tag division? Like
she's one of the
going
most
after
over women in WWE
championships, or she's not. What do you want her to do? You don't have a strong enough women's division to really diversify that. You have Io, you have Rhea, and you have, proceed with caution, Naomi. And you have Stephanie Vaquer, but we're not going to do Stephanie Vaquer versus Rhea Ripley for nothing. Something has to be on the line there before we just do it and give it away, because they're not going to give that away on TV. I don't believe they would, unless there's some stake attached to it. Like, if you beat Rhea Ripley, or if Rhea Ripley beats you, rather, she gets to face Naomi in Paris. Like, that's the only way I can see those two having a match, because Rhea gets something out of it. Steph loses something out of it. It's not going to work. So what do you want her to do? I get the frustration that it should be someone else, but who else could it be?
Who else
it could be? It could be Natalya, but you don't book Natalya like Natty.
He was Natty Neidhart and Blood.
I'm telling you, give me Natty Neidhart on Raw. You have money there. You can see you have money there, but you book her like, this is Natalya. It's a completely different person. It's the R-Truth, Ron Killing situation here. On the Indies, she's a badass, and she'll fuck you up. And on the other show, she's Maxine Dupree's babysitter.
Yep.
And like, what the hell, man? What are we doing? So I will say this: I caught most of that match. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I gotta give props to Naomi. Her father actually performed her theme, which I thought that was so cool.
That's a memory that's going to live forever.
That is going to be something that she will remember for as long as she keeps wrestling.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm really and I'm going to be real. I'm happy that Naomi is getting her flowers right now, because she is so good. Like, if you don't see that, you got a problem. Like, you really need to see how.
It's either you're racist and you don't like black athletes, or you're just being oblivious and dumb and not paying attention to what's going on, because Naomi's been killing it for a long time. She's always been talented all the time, and people kept her underrated. They haven't given her a props, and now you guys have no choice but to give her a prop. She is that girl. She's always been that girl, and now everyone's seeing it, that she had to really show you guys.
Two of the best talents on that roster right now, that makes it 10 times better.
Absolutely. By the way, why do you keep saying you're going to be real? You're already being real.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a habit.
It's a habit. I like saying it. And
please stop. We know you're being real. But yeah, she's so damn good, man. Like, way back when we had what we call it, SmackDown Live era, one of the highlights of the women's division. Anytime she got in the ring with Charlotte, amazing. I remember we saw a live match with Charlotte and Naomi, and God damn it, that was the best match on that entire show. I don't know if that was a dark match.
I'll never forget that moment. That was so great.
It was either a dark match or a main event, but damn it, it was so good, and Trent kept getting closer and closer and closer. By the way, if anything, I better see Charlotte and Naomi wrestle at least one time at this current. I need to see that, because they are wrestling soulmates. Oh my
goodness, yes,
they're wrestling soulmates. There's never been a bad match between Naomi and Charlotte, and I need to see it. Like, if just once, just give it to me one time. Like, have them visit the show, and Alexa's outside with the pom poms, and we have Charlotte and Naomi, not even for the belt, just for the Just for the love of the game. Let me see that. Because that's a match. I need that.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is you got to tell a story with that.
We got history. That's the story.
Mm-hmm.
If she's going to challenge for the belt, that is.
Yeah, but I did like the ending to this match. Rhea Ripley hit Io with the Avalanche Riptide, which is a thing of beauty. And she was about to beat Io. And there's another part of that story. But Naomi pins Rhea. So not only does she pin Io at Evolution, she pins Rhea at SummerSlam.
Yep. So I beat both of y'all.
Like,
pulled the tights.
Rhea's reaction about SummerSlam is hilarious. I think I officially hate SummerSlam.
Yep, because bad things keep happening to you at SummerSlam.
Yep. But
Liv steals your man, you lose. Sucks.
Yep, but this was great. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say this was better than the triple threat at WrestleMania, because that is still one of the best women's match of the year for WWE. Because like
Bianca, Rhea, and Io.
It's Bianca, Rhea, and Io. But this, I
felt like if Bianca didn't break her finger in 2 places, this would have been the rerun it back match.
Yep.
But it is what it is. I'm glad Trent got, why do I keep calling her Trent? Naomi, I don't know this woman personally.
Naomi Trent, whatever.
Naomi got, her flowers. And she won. And that's all that really matters. And I'm going to need her
happy she's away from Jade.
Me too. I need Naomi to hold that belt for quite some time. I don't want this to be like a transitional thing just to give it to Stephanie or whoever the hell. I want Naomi to run that shit for at least 6 months. You got to let her have it for 6 months. Don't piss me off and make her like a final boss for women. Before you can get to the title, you got to beat me. Don't give it a Dolph Ziggler role and piss me off now. You got something cooking with grease with this woman now. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, but this was great. Like, this was a great opener. I was hoping they saved that for the co-main event. That's just my honest opinion.
I don't know what else they'd open the show with. They could have opened the show with the steel cage.
They could have opened the show with this next match. The 6-pack TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This was my second best match, in my honest opinion. And it exposes WWE on 2 things. Number 1, your entrance themes, for the most part, suck ass.
Trash.
Like, mine is Shatter, because I can't say anything bad about Bray Wyatt. I can't.
I refuse to.
Andrade and Rey Fenix's theme, badass. The rest, generic as hell. Especially DIY. But anyway, and it also exposes WWE, showing that they have a great tag team division, which I literally will say this. SmackDown has the edge over Monday Night Raw when it comes to tag teams. And better yet, I said it when they decided to split the tag team titles at WrestleMania 40. It wasn't needed then. It wasn't needed now. You only did it for the moment, for The Miz and R-Truth, and you did not follow through.
It seems to be a consistent problem with this bunch. You guys keep doing things that are cool moments that you could put in a video package, but you don't have any follow through, because when we ask you what happened after that, you're like, I don't know.
You don't do stuff like that.
Fantastic.
This is why I said what I said. You do not need to split the tag team divisions.
Have a fantastic tag division. But then again, if you had one, you saw how you guys booked that as well, and you didn't do a good job with that either. There were plenty of tag teams that weren't getting opportunities. It was either, well, the Usos have it or the New Day has it, and there ain't really much of in between. If someone else holds it, they'll be losing it to the Usos or the New Day, because there's only one tag division right now. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if you can do it, cool. But as of now, you should unify them, because you need the help. You need them to be on different shows.
Like, look at the tag team division you got right now on SmackDown.
Shit, you saw it all in the match.
You saw it all in the match. Wyatt 6, Andrade and Rey Fenix, which I know it's not going to last that long, because, look, I get what they're doing. They're keeping Rey Fenix
real
away
Latino
from Penta,
man.
or you can call them that. DIY, Fraxium, which is still one of my favorite tag teams right now in WWE. Even though I hate that theme so much. Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits, like, so that's a damn good tag team division on SmackDown.
And we're forgetting Los Garza.
Who are the AAA tag team champions. That's 7.
So I say all that to say, if you compare those 7 tag teams to what
Monday Night Raw,
New Day, War Raiders,
Judgment Day, the Creed brothers.
I guess that'll be American Made or whatever the hell.
American Made, whatever.
Yep. So that's 4. That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's the only teams I can think of right now.
Y'all don't have Fraxium, which is all. Look, you lost when you didn't have Fraxium. You don't have the Motor City Machine Guns. The New Day and the War Raiders are. We can't feud forever. American Made and whatever the hell the other group is, Judgment Day, they can't feud forever. Like, this is why Finn and JD don't defend the belts, because there's no one else to defend them against. There's only 3 teams here. Unless we make one up and put Penta with somebody and say, oh, that's a tag team now.
Or they could do something stupid and have, like, Sheamus and Rusev as a tag team.
Yeah, they're the brawling brutes, but they really are brutes and they hate each other. Like, no. You have New Cash Republic, but that's not a thing anymore because Tyler Bate, I believe, is injured. And Pete Dunne is somewhere. I won't say where. He's somewhere.
I don't know where he is.
He's doing stuff. You know? He's doing stuff.
He's doing stuff. And here's...
Oh, the LWO. I forgot. The fucking LWO. Yeah.
That's 5 tag teams. Nice. It's sad that I forgot about LWO because that thing should not even exist.
They barely do anything with the LWO.
They barely do anything.
It's like, what are we doing?
It proves my point.
Shit show.
This is why you should have your tag teams division merge. But let's just talk about the match itself. This was an example of a car crash done right. It was 16 minutes. I didn't even want this to end. Like, I'm going to be honest.
Spot after spot after spot. I'm like, are you alive? And are you alive? And are you alive? And are you alive? Oh my God, Candace, I think she's dead. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I still think the whole match. Candace spot, Candace is hardcore. Like, you cannot deny that. She is hardcore.
She proved that a long time ago, guys.
Mm-hmm. And Axiom hitting a Spanish fly on the outside to Angelo Dawkins through a table. Almost hitting the barricade. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's all I can say about it. That was amazing.
Man, the Johnny Gargano spot, insane.
Everything about this match
Everything was insane. Like, the Candace spot was really bad. Like, that was badass. The fact she was able to get up from that insanity. All the table spots. Ridiculous. Fun fact, they acknowledged that the Hardys and the Dudleys are going to be wrestling one more time in October, I think.
I think it's October, but they were in the crowd because we haven't had a TLC match at SummerSlam for a long time, if I'm correct.
For a good little minute, but did they do that shit justice? Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Fraxium almost did the Edge and Jeff Hardy spot.
Yep.
Yeah, he almost did it, but he missed. Look, there was a lot going on. You watch that match, and if you're not a fan of this shit afterwards, I understand. You might think it's just too violent, but if this is your first time watching a TLC match, you're going to believe, like, holy moly, that was insane. That was just the most crazy thing I've ever seen. Are those people okay?
Mm-hmm. And I got to give everybody props because they really showed you what tag team wrestling could be if you book it right.
You book it, they will come.
They will come. Simple as that. But the Wyatt Six, they got the win. Honestly, if I have to be honest, I actually wanted Fraxium to get that moment. I wanted them.
Had the Street Profits when I was watching. I'm like, I think they should get those belts back. If we're not doing anything with them, please give the belts back to the Street Profits. What are we doing?
Yeah, but I wanted Fraxium. Or Motor City. Or
I had those two. I didn't think
or Andrade and Rey Fenix. That would have been a really good moment for them.
I would have been upset because that's not who your tag partner is. And two, what the hell are you doing? That's not your tag partner, brother. You know your brother is on Raw. You're supposed to go to Raw and team with your brother. Do that. Because
it's going to happen eventually.
At this rate, if the Raw tag team division is this shitty, you're going to have to call Phoenix to Raw. And the Lucha Bros are, if you can call them that, are going to have to come back together.
They're going to call them the Lucha Bros.
And
they will
dominate the tag division over there. Maybe do like a 7-match series with the New Day or something like that. I don't freaking know. But Wyatt Six wins because we have the numbers and we're the Wyatt Six. And the moment was nice for them.
It was nice for them. And they can't drop it yet. It's just too soon.
Yeah, I don't think they've finished, exposing all the tag teams. They did DIY. They haven't done the rest of the tag teams. They just did DIY.
Yep.
So, and Pretty Deadly is also on SmackDown. So that's 8. And one of the guys are injured. So that's why they're not in the match.
Yep. But
so we move on. Another great match.
Well,
2 bangers in a row. Time for the next one.
We have Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. This is a last chance match for Lyra for the women's Intercontinental Championship. And if Becky won, Lyra could not challenge for the title.
Ever again.
Now, first thing first, Becky's new theme. I did not have a problem with it. It wasn't Def Rebel. She actually got a band. They actually got a band to her theme music like they did with Rhea Ripley with Motionless in White, which is my favorite band. Secondly, and this is my hot take, I felt that the match with Becky and Lyra was pretty weak, in my honest opinion.
Compared to the match we had at Backlash,
the match we had in NXT.
At NXT, yep. This is the third one, right?
Yeah. I'm not counting the triple threat at Evolution.
Yeah, that's not a one-on-one. That doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Their best match to me was the Backlash match.
Yep, their match at Backlash was better than this match.
Yes, this match, I'm not saying it was bad. It was
just weak.
Like, okay,
that done was their
everything.
Weakest match.
It's like you gave me everything you could at the Backlash match, and that should have been the end of it. But for the sake of progressing the story, we're going to do it one more time, and this time we're going to involve a bunch of weapons and spots with zip ties that break mid-move, and you have to act like you're still zip-tied.
Yeah, Bayley coming out,
interference, costing you the match by accident. And for a second, we thought she was going to do another heel turn, and it's SummerSlam. Stuff happens at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So we were under the impression that was going to happen. That doesn't happen. Hey, it was a little, I don't want to say overbooked, but it wasn't better than the first 2 matches. I'll say that much.
It was like 25 minutes. I think it was just 25 minutes too long.
Could have shortened that. Shortened that. I don't think it needed 25.
Yeah, but Becky Lynch, she won with the manhandle slam.
Yeah.
Because Bayley accidentally punched Lyra, inadvertently costing her the match. And she could have got in there, but she was slow.
No, she literally just didn't go in there. She just watched it happen. I'm like, so you're going to punch me in the face and not break up the pin for your fuck up. And you're going to let me lose because of your fuck up. That's crazy. That is insane. You're going to watch me lose.
It should have been Lyra just getting that moment because they were doing a really good job building her up. And I think they're still doing a good job building her up because when she came in, nobody knew who the hell she was. And
like
when you put her with Becky,
from NXT.
And when you put her with Becky, it's like, I could see something in her. And
now I think they are probably going to move her to
SmackDown.
Not SmackDown. I think she's going to go for the women's championship.
I mean, they're going to need some. They're going to need some faces to challenge Naomi.
After Steph, I could see Lyra versus Naomi, and that's a thing for sure. And I could see that.
Like
happening.
I said, this match was solid. It was just not on that level of what they used to do back in NXT and in Backlash. It's just something felt off.
Yeah. Again, not a terrible match. Just it's not as good as the first 2.
Yep. But Becky Lynch, she is still your women's Intercontinental Champion. And if you watch Raw, I know where they're going with this. It looks like it's going to be Becky Lynch defending against Nikki Bella. And I know people are going to be rolling their eyes like, why Nikki?
Well, who else do you have, Al?
Who else do you have
involved in something?
Like, who else do you have that WWE hasn't even built up?
It's not going to be Kyrie because you guys aren't going to do that. It's not going to be Asuka out of the blue because what? Nikki Bella wants to participate at Clash in Paris, so
why not? I don't have a problem with it. I don't.
Shit, y'all would be mad if Becky beats Asuka. Clean.
Y'all be mad if Becky beats Kyrie clean. You can't even please these people in the IWC. And that's the thing. It's just as toxic.
Toxic fan base, almost as bad as Star Wars fans.
Yep, but boy, this next match.
Is this the co-main event?
No, the co-main event is the Intercontinental Championship, the men's Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, yeah. Forgot
this
Dom.
Next match. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Okay, so before he goes any further, this match, because I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to let him unload on this. We have Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, United States Championship in a steel cage, and everyone's, I think, barred from ringside. I think that was the whole gimmick there. It was supposed to be barred from ringside. If not, I'm wrong. But yeah, you had that happen, and All I'm going to say, the ending of this match makes absolutely no sense. None of that made any sense. I don't know how that helps Jacob. I don't know how it helps Solo. I don't know how it helps Jimmy. Because if anything, it should have been Jimmy versus Solo and Jimmy getting his first fucking solo championship. That's what we should have been building up to. Whatever the hell this was. And no, Tama Tonga did not come back. I was expecting him to come back. He did not come back. But I'm gonna hand the floor to Shino and let him just talk about the match, because that's my thoughts on it. This could have been Jim's big moment, and it wasn't. And Jacob, by the way, Jacob didn't win. Solo wins. Very stupid way Solo wins. And yeah, I was expecting more, and I feel like I got less, especially when a steel cage is there. Steel cage is meant to settle the scores like Hell in a Cell. There's no outside interference, no bullshit. It's just these two are going to settle the score and we're going to move forward past that. And that's not what happened, is it, Shino?
You know, I'm going to be really honest when I say this. I fucking hate the steel cage stipulation. Like, I really do. Like, you have no idea how much I hate the finish of WWE steel cage matches. Like, yeah, let me escape out of the cage, and you could try to spin it and saying, oh, well, we're doing this to protect Jacob for two. Like, so what? So what? He still lost. And you want to know what else I think? Because it goes back to when Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre had that steel cage match, and Jesse the Body Ventura was on commentary, and he literally buried the finish because it didn't make any sense. And you wonder why you don't see him on commentary when they do these Saturday night main event shows. But this match...
How dare you call us out on our bullshit and say that doesn't make any sense? How dare you say he walked out the cage? How dare he not climb out after beating the shit out of Drew McIntyre and just walking out? That's so dumb. You can't be on commentary anymore, dude. How about that?
So stupid. Like, ridiculous. I hated this match. I really do. Because it's just a cliche that a steel cage is going to be perfect to keep people out when you already know damn well when you watch the steel cage match, you already know that Solo's stablemates are going to be in there to interfere. They're going to be out there to interfere, and I'm just saying to myself, what are we doing? What are we doing? I see the song and dance every single time. And
what made me mad is the finish of the damn match.
I hate the finish. I always hate the finish.
Because...
like, what good does it do for the United States title? What good does it do for Solo and Jacob?
Let me break this down for you guys. Solo and Jacob are both at the door. They're both at the door. And Tama Tonga, formerly known as Hikuleo, he kicks the door. Now, Solo's head is by the door, and Jacob's head is by the door. But for some reason, the kick only affected Jacob and not Solo, who was right by the door when it hit him in the head. And that was enough for him to crawl out and win. When they both got hit by the same door. How the fuck does that make any sense?
And the crowd did not even care about this match. They didn't. Like,
the Women's United States Championship could have been in this slot instead of that. It could have
been in that slot instead of this piece of crap.
We could have put this on SmackDown.
Yes,
as the main event.
Put this on SmackDown because nobody gives a crap. Nobody cares. And look, Jacob Fatu, I'm honest to God when I say this. He needs to get the hell away from Solo Sikoa, and they need to push him to the upper card because the guy has main event written all over him. But knowing what they're going to do, they're going to continue this goddamn feud because we don't know what the hell we're doing. Like, in Solo, he's entertaining as hell. Like, even off screen, he's entertaining as hell. It's just, why would I care? Why would I care? Jacob Fatu is talented, but they had him stand tall after the match.
That's the crazy thing. Let me knock out Tonga Loa.
Let me knock out Tonga Loa and JC Mateo, do this fucking moonsault off the top of the steel cage just for the damn moment.
Yeah, but you'll see them on TV on Friday like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Like, what are we doing? Like you said, what are we doing? Like the moments are cool, but think about the aftermath.
It's the aftermath. I do not care. Like, I don't care. After that match, I just said I don't want Jacob near Solo, period. I don't.
But you know he's going to be near because Jimmy's probably going to challenge. Jimmy's probably going to challenge for it. And Jimmy's going to fall short at Clash in Paris and Paris. And we're not going to get the moment that we should get It's not going to happen because the aftermath's not making any sense because Jimmy needs Jacob and Jacob needs Jimmy. And maybe we'll do a triple threat at the next pay-per-view and maybe Jimmy wins. So who knows? We'll pull a Dustin Rhodes and he just wins out of the blue. And you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? No way. What a moment. And then we have no aftermath, no follow-up, no nothing. Just same old, same old. Sorry, guys.
Like, I'm going to be real. After seeing that match, it devalues the United States title, in my honest opinion. Like, that ending, it just...
honestly,
like...
Who the fuck's taking this belt from Solo that's not named Jimmy or Jacob? Who is it?
Who is it?
You don't have a mid-carder because all your mid-carders on tag team shits, and it shouldn't be because Rey Fenix Andrade could be challenging for it. We could have Carmelo challenge for it, but oh no, Carmelo is a damn heel. So we can't do that.
It ain't going to be Aleister Black because they're going to put him to the top.
We can't do Damian Priest because reasons.
Like,
we don't have a mid-card.
Who do
Should
you
be
have?
Rey Fenix. But we can't do that either because he's in a tag team with Andrade. You know? They backed themselves in a corner with shit like this. And unless Tama Tonga's going to come back and betray Solo Sikoa, and now we have the bloodline again, Tama, Jimmy, and fucking Jacob for some reason. Like, what are we doing?
It's just, I cannot find it in my bones to give a shit. Like, that's the thing. I cannot find it in my body to care. I cannot find myself to care about this storyline because it's overstayed its welcome. It was at its peak during the build for WrestleMania 40. It was at its peak in the early days when Roman finally turned heel. It's played out now. Like, I'm tired of it.
We should have been done with this at the premiere on Netflix when Roman beat Solo. That should have been it. Like, Solo, now go do something else that's not just the bloodline repackaged as something else. Do something else, to quote T-Pain.
Yep, just do something else, but they ain't going to do it because they don't have the balls to do it.
Of course not. This is safe, and it makes sense for now.
Like, and here's the thing. I'm not saying safe is bad, but sometimes when it's just too obvious, it gets to the point where I don't want to see it anymore. I don't.
Absolutely. I feel the same way.
You're insulting my intelligence without even telling me.
It reminds me of a storyline that they just kept booking. Was this in AEW or was this in WWE?
Explain. I might know what promotion it is.
I think this is AEW. It just wasn't working. It's the Adam Cole MJF thing.
Yep.
Like, before Adam got injured, we had something, then he got injured. And instead of pivoting from it, we just kept going. And it's like, hey, it don't work without the other half of the team. And then we get to, World's End or whatever it's called. And yeah, it was me the whole time. I'm the devil. It was me, Adam Cole. And then we couldn't do nothing with that because he was still injured. And it's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like you don't have the pieces to play the storyline. And I feel like that's the problem with the United States Championship. You don't have the proper pieces for this to work because either someone's occupied or you're not going to pull the trigger on them. It's not like you're going to get Solo versus Ron Killings because we don't know what we're doing with Ron Killings. Remember, we forgot. That will work, but you guys wouldn't believe it because we haven't booked him at all. Like, how is he supposed to be a threat? He beat Aleister Black. Big fucking whoop. But
big deal.
We haven't done anything else with him. Unless Omos comes back. Shit.
If you make me care, then I will say I care, but I don't care about the United States title at this point. I don't.
Specifically the men's one.
Specifically the men's one. I prefer the women's United States title over this. And that's a problem.
At least do something with it.
At least you're doing something with it. You have Julia being paired with Kiana James, which I said I don't mind it because, look, number one, Kiana James is a great performer, but she could also manage Julia as well, which I don't mind.
Hey, you can be her mouthpiece if Julia is not comfortable cutting English promos or whatever the case may be.
It's just, this is rinse and repeat. I don't care.
It's the bathroom break of SmackDown, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I like
care.
both of these wrestlers.
Solo and Jacob, I don't care.
Like, y'all need to get the hell away from each other. Just go to different brands. Like, I would love to see the MFTs go to Raw.
Yeah.
And, you switch your Intercontinental Champion. Dom has to go to SmackDown. So the Judgment Day is kind of fractured because of a weird trade like that. Or Judgment Day goes to SmackDown. And MFTs go to Raw.
Here's the thing. The problem is, like, because the last time they did the draft, the champs were immune to be drafted. And I think if they do it again, they won't they won't be drafted to a different brand. It's going to be the same thing. It's just the people who aren't holding champions, they're going to be drafted. So that is like a shot in the foot right there. But
it would literally just be Raquel and Roxy going to SmackDown, and everyone else stays on Raw. And Solo goes to Raw, but the rest of he stays on SmackDown. So the rest of them go to Raw, and he stays there with no MFT. Like, that ain't gonna work.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Just stupid, but
it's stupid. But let's move on to this match before I blow another conundrum.
What?
Like, before, like, in short, losing my mind.
Before you blow a fucking gasket?
Yeah, because the more I talk about this, the more pissed off I get.
Conundrum, that's wild. I don't think that's the right use of the word, but whatever.
But moving on. Getting away from this piece of shit, we had Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles.
AKA the Eddie Guerrero match.
Yep. I love AJ Styles' entrance coming out in the lowrider, dressing up as Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
That was great. And
it's I
thought this match was good. And I got to give Dominic his props, man. He is coming a long way. He really is. Like, I think he is comfortable in the role as a heel. He is getting all the moves inspired by Eddie. Like, I literally see Eddie in Dominic.
The psychology, everything. He has it down to a T. And I'm going to say this. I can't see Dom being a babyface ever again. Unless he's like a anti-hero type of babyface where people just like him just because it's Dominic Mysterio.
I think Dom said it best. Like, the only way the babyface would work is if it's organic.
Yeah. If it's an organic thing like it is now as a heel, absolutely. Like the way they love him in AAA, dude.
If you saw the clip of him coming at AAA, the pop was so unreal, and I could see. And remember, Triple Mania is on August 16th, and I think they're only showing that Fatal 4-Way. I don't know. That would be a mistake. Like, I want to see more, but they got this Fatal 4-Way on August 16th for the AAA Mega Championship. Vikingos defending against El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee, and Dominic Mysterio. And if Dominic walks out as the AAA Mega Champion, my God, man, I would not have a problem.
Possibility.
That is a
big
great possibility. I will not have a problem with it.
I can't see them not pulling the trigger after getting a reaction like that. And the fact that, like, that audience really loves Dominic Mysterio and the Mysterios as a whole. Who's to say Ray and Dominic don't run it back, except this time it's in AAA?
I would not have a problem with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have options. But in regards to this match, it was the Eddie Guerrero match all the way. Like, every trick you've seen Eddie's done in his career, it's been done in this match.
I think one of the funniest moments in this match, the fake chair shot, and AJ fucking, like, just like losing it, like, after he...
AJ puts the chair around his neck, like, I got hit in the head with the chair.
And the ref was so confused.
Ref's like, he hit you that hard that the chair was in your neck? Like, yeah, he did. He really did. And you had the boot thing that was from the Kurt Angle match. And I think the Brock Lesnar... No, that was the Kurt Angle match.
That was the Kurt Angle match.
Yeah, he uses the boot to, roll up Kurt Angle and win. Dom did that. Dom
used the boot to whack AJ and hit the frog splash.
Did that? I mean...
That's how he won.
Dude, Dom was like channeling Eddie Guerrero. Both of them were just channeling Eddie Guerrero. If you don't like Eddie Guerrero, you probably won't like this match. But if you love Eddie Guerrero, you will learn to appreciate everything. that man gave to the business.
Absolutely.
They did that so much justice, man. I hope they run it back. AJ and Dom. I hope they run it back. I don't know if they're going to run it back too soon. Maybe at Survivor Series, maybe in Paris. I can't see AJ Styles not being on the card for Paris. Paris loves AJ Styles.
Yep. So I can hear that chant again.
Finamino. I need to see that.
I want to see that.
Maybe they'll run it back in Paris. I doubt it.
Yeah, but this was good. Way better than that last match.
But it was better than good. It was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. Like, I urge everyone to just watch that match and just go study some Eddie Guerrero stuff either before...
For the next generation of wrestlers, you got to appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that is something I think people will understand how wrestling can work when you win that crowd over. No matter if you're a heel or a face, like if you do stuff like that, you're going to win the people over.
Yeah.
But just
absolutely.
don't overdo it because it cheapens them.
Yeah, like, don't just pull off your boot to hit people with the boot. Like, do the psychology portion of you getting that boot off because you knew AJ was going to go for a calf crusher and you needed a way out of it. Like, stuff like that. Don't just be pulling it off just to hit people with the boot now because it's going to look kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. You know how to take your shoe off. Good job, Dom. Here's a chicken tender.
Here's a tendy. Now
congratulations.
Fraud, because you were featured on that Wingstop.
Yeah, dude, you eating bone-in wings?
Fraud.
You're supposed to be a tendies guy. You're supposed to get them to give you tendies. Like, this breaks the lore for Dominic Mysterio. I'm like, so he eats wings. I'm not saying the man can't eat wings, but the character that we see on TV is a tendies only guy. And you can't be in a Wingstop commercial eating buffalo wings with ranch.
Fraud.
Where is the tendies, brother?
Yep. But
embarrassing. But
moving on.
I will say the Dom Styles match, that was my favorite match.
Like, I enjoyed it.
That was my favorite match of night 2.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was my favorite. No, second favorite match because the one coming up was my favorite match of night 1.
And our main event, street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
The real John Cena.
The real John Cena, not this 6 months of me being a heel and like me carrying this by myself. Not having any Rock, backup. Bitch ass Travis Scott.
Come outside for the night.
Shut the hell up. I hate that song. Hate that song. Like, if you watch SmackDown, like the go home show for SmackDown, when John Cena literally inadvertently buried his heel turn, the heel turn move. Like, the moment was great at Elimination Chamber. I still think it was great, and this is being honest, it ain't topping Hulk Hogan at And
I was just about to say that because the difference between Cena's and Hogan's had structure. Hogan's made sense. Like, the whole NWO thing made a bunch of sense. If it wasn't Hogan, it was going to be Sting as the third guy. But Hogan doing it is like, what the fuck? The say your prayers, eat your vitamins guy is a bad guy now? What?
Yep.
Like, it could have been the same thing with Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect if he had, like, structure and direction, not just, I'm a guy that's a bad guy now because I've been in an abusive relationship with you fucking people and you guys didn't appreciate me. Like, I saw where we were going, but we didn't do what we were supposed to do to make it make sense. Like, at a certain point, John's doing everything by himself. Where's Dwayne? Where's Travis?
Dwayne to explain why
Where's
John
the group?
sold his soul?
Where's the group? Because this could have been a group of people that also sold their souls, and they work with John Cena and Dwayne. Like, hell, at a certain point, I think we were saying Sami Zayn could have been one of the people who did it because he can't get it. Another wrestler that is well beloved turning heel. Like, this is like if Rey Mysterio joins you guys. Like, what the fuck is going on over there? You know what I'm saying? If we had something that was long-term and not this 6 months of bullshit where it's not believable, it doesn't make any sense. We know John, we get it. But after, like, the Germany promo of explaining himself, like, that's really it? We're going to say I'm in an abusive relationship and that's it and it's you guys' fault. But really, I like you guys, but I don't like you guys. And every time we have a match, you're second guessing if you should be being cheered or booed. Like, you're taking it in and you're like, oh, damn, am I really doing the right thing? You're having internal battles with yourself that you had to do. You had to do that so we could get to this point because they weren't there. Like,
it just kills. Like, for me, it just kills the heel turn altogether.
I hate the moment because to compare it to Hulk Hogan's heel turn is disrespectful to that moment because it's not even on the same level.
It's not.
At the time, if we thought it was going to be like he's doing full NWO shit or Cena's version of the NWO and he just rides out into the sunset that way, maybe. The C Nation is taking over everything, and it's his version of the C Nation. Like, I get it, but we didn't do anything with his heel turn. We didn't change the music. We didn't do anything. He just said we get nothing, and we got bland everything, and he just wrestled like shit for 6 months.
Yeah, that's the best way I can say it. Like, I honestly, think this match was an apology for what they gave us at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
And
because this is the best Cena match out of this entire run. This is the one.
Yep. This is the best one out of his retirement tour. And no doubt. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
He
showed out, man.
Like, it wasn't, let me kick you in the dick. Let me hit you with the belt. This is Super Cena being Super Cena.
If he wanted to continue the heel thing, he could have. He could have done it. And after the third AA, the Avalanche one, he could have just went and got the belt and said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to hit him with the belt because it worked last time and I don't really care. I'm going to do it because it worked last time. And the crowd would have lost it there. Like, I can't believe Cena did it again. Son of a bitch. He tricked us.
Yeah, but like this was excellent. Like,
phenomenal match.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I enjoyed this.
People were saying
that Cody
was going to turn heel. Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense.
He's your quarterback, so it doesn't make sense for him to go full Homelander route and have a double turn. That don't make sense.
It seemed
like we're going to actually run this back and have a good match with each other. That's why I gave you a drink. Welcome back, John Cena. And that'll be the end of it. There's no reason for me to go, welcome back, John Cena. I'm going to turn heel now because you're going to chase me for the belt. And we're going to do it one last time and your final match. Like, no, bruh. That doesn't work.
Don't need that. But, like, I love this. This was my match of the night.
Same.
Like, literally, my match of the night because, like, you actually got to see the John Cena that I remember, and it's ironic because it was SummerSlam. It was the match he had with AJ Styles, which that felt like the John Cena I wanted to see.
Felt like Super Cena was live in full effect, and the resiliency was just off the charts. That man got hit with just about everything but the kitchen sink, and he kicked out at almost all of it.
Yep.
The beautiful moment for me was after he did the cutter, after Cody hit the cutter through the table, and John's getting up slow, and Cody salutes him, and he hits the crosswords 1, 2, 3, and they have that moment in the ring where they're just chatting. And I don't know what they're talking about, but you could tell it really means some shit to Cody Rhodes. Like, I didn't want to be the one to do it, and da-da-da-da. And I did catch him saying, thank you for everything. Like, that man was touched by this match. This was a match that made both of them feel something, and I loved it. I just loved it. And as you've heard me say, after telling you the finish, Cody is now the WWE champion, undisputed champion for the second time, as he should have won at Mania, honestly, but whatever. TV, shocking moments. Go watch Unreal so you can see how it happened, guys. But yeah, that's it. And you think that's the end of the show. Cody leaves the ring to let John soak it in.
Soak it in, get the moment.
Soak it in. Thank you, Cena, I believe.
Yep, thank you, Cena. And we go back to 2012/2014.
Was it 2014?
I believe so.
I believe it's 2014.
Yep, and you hear...
And we hear that damn guitar. And everyone, myself included, Shino included, we were like, ain't no fucking way. No way. We were so loud that we didn't even hear Michael Cole say, holy shit.
I had to rewatch that 10 times. I'm like, did he really say holy shit?
And I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI for the longest. I'm like,
they showed his reaction. Like, he looked genuinely surprised. Same with Wade Barrett.
I didn't see his reaction. I gotta watch that.
It's on their socials.
Gotcha.
You see, if you pay attention to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, they did not know. They didn't know because nobody told them. The moment his music hit, they were like, wait, what?
Genuine reaction. I love that.
It was genuine, and I love it. That's what I like to see. And I know Brock's return is going to divide a lot of people. And, let me just get to what happened. So Brock comes in, does his little thing.
Does the Brock
the ring,
strut, takes off his hat, takes the vest off.
Circles the ring. He circles the ring like a shark, like he did when he first returned.
And he's just staring at Cena. Cena's like, I already know what the fuck this is. I really don't want to do this right now.
And let me be real. I like seeing Brock with the beard and the ponytail
and the long hair.
Hat. Yeah, it looks better on him than what you saw in the early days of Brock.
Yeah, I don't like him with the Viking braids and shit. Like, how about you just look like a cowboy? So the whole time this is happening when he's circling the ring, I'm screaming at the TV like, John has to do with this shit again. Everyone thought it was The Rock because this is literally what happened after Cena lost to The Rock and Cena called The Rock out and was like, you know what, I want my rematch, yada, yada, yada. Brock Lesnar comes back and F5s you. And Cena's like, this time around, I'm just going to, bask in the adulation of the crowd and take it in because this is my last SummerSlam. I'm not doing this anymore. Yep. Then this motherfucker comes out here and he's circling me and John's pulling up the wristband and shit. Like, I know I can't beat him now, but I might be able to put in one move, hit him with one AAFU, one of them. Shit, I got to do something. Brock hits the ring, hits the F5 and yells, and that's the end of the show. And, post-show, Cena's walking out and that's it. Now,
like I said, this was a debatable topic on the IWC because, look, I'm going to be, and I know MC hates hearing me say it, but I'm going to be real. You have every right to feel how you feel, but this is my 2 cents on this. I thought about it because, look, John Cena, this is his last run this year. I honestly think he wanted to do one more with Brock Lesnar because that is also one of his biggest rivalries. And yes, I know about the Janelle Grant stuff. The stuff that I saw, the stuff that I read, it's disgusting. Vince using Brock as to extend the contract and using her for sexual things. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. And you got people all over the social media world trying to be the judge and the jury when honestly, and this is something people don't really think about, and I've noticed this, WWE's legal team, they're the same legal team that kicked Vince out, and people don't even mention that. Now, if there is a clearance that he is not a defendant in that case, which I had to look back and I'm like, I don't see Brock's name, then yeah, he's cleared, and if John Cena wants that last match with Brock before he hangs it up, then by all means, I don't have a problem with it. But look, the situation is disgusting. It really is. And I know there's going to be people saying, oh, I'm never going to watch WWE because of Brock Lesnar. You don't have to watch it. You don't. Okay? I'm not going to be doing that. I'm still going to watch because, number one, I'm a fan. I'm curious to know what happens. But if you are a man of your word, and I'm being real, if you're a man of your word, you could cancel your subscription on Netflix and Peacock. Don't engage in negativity, please. Just don't engage because people thrive on that. And it's an inescapable thing. It's gonna be with Brock for the rest of his life unless he comes out and explains his side of the story. Know what Dad always told us. There's always 2 sides of the story. And I know there's people saying, "Oh, Brock never met the woman," et cetera, et cetera. I just feel like it's really so. How would I put this? Now was the time to bring back Brock, even when you still have this lawsuit going on. But if your legal team thinks that, if they say that he did nothing wrong and he's clear, which it has been reported by Fightful and Meltzer, then the WWE legal team said that he's fine. But again, people need to realize this is the same legal team that kicked Vince out after they found out about this allegations of using the company's money for his own selfish reasons. And people forgot to mention that. Look, I'm going to see what happens. At the end of the day, the judge, the jury is always going to be the big man upstairs. And I think people need to realize that. I want to know, I want the people who did the wrong thing to take accountability. It's as simple as that. And I know how you feel. You have every right to feel that way. I just want people to realize if you're going to say what you're going to say, do it. Simple as that. Don't watch. If you tell me if you don't like it, don't watch, then don't watch it. That's just how I feel. Don't engage. Just don't engage in negativity.
I'm going to say this because this is my 2 cents on it. If he's cleared and the legal team has found that Lesnar and Grant never had any interaction, meeting, no interactions. There's no videos. There's nothing. The fact that that woman was used as a bargaining chip, disgusting. The fact that Vince McMahon was flipping a lady with John Laurinaitis and using her for sexual favors and cheating on his fucking wife, your wife that you flipped the company upside down for because she wanted to get into politics and shit. Cheating on that lady multiple times. Disgusting. Using the money for the company for your own sexual deviant desires. Disgusting. Making that woman's life a living hell.
Disgusting.
And not doing anything with it. Disgusting. If he did
Keyword
do something.
if, folks.
I got this. If he did something, he needs to be held accountable. Now, what I will say, this is really bad timing. There's no getting around. It's bad timing. And if you know the history of WWE has gotten away with a lot of shit like this, especially when it comes to like sexual stuff from top stars. They've gotten away with this before in the 80s, sometimes in the 90s. It's not the best record. And also, it doesn't help that your chief branding officer is buddy with the current Agent Orange and his bullshit presidential fitness test, which isn't going to do much because these kids aren't going to be doing jumping jacks. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't care. You have Lawrence Taylor on your team who essayed a child in the 11th grade. You're standing behind that. And you're aligning yourself with people who don't give a fuck. I mean, look at your president. He's a damn felon. He's a rapist. He's someone who has sexually assaulted minors. He's on the Epstein list in the story. And you're aligning yourself with that. You're aligning your company with that. And you bring back someone that's in a active lawsuit who's been accused of being a part of the sex trafficking, using this woman for sexual favors so you'll stay with the company. That shit's sleazy. That's sleazy. And I completely understand why people would not want to watch WWE anymore because honestly, I felt the same way at a certain point. I'm like, that's fucked up. You're showing me Donald Trump when I don't want to see this motherfucker. By the way, when I'm watching pro wrestling, I don't want to hear about politics and shit because I'm here to watch pro wrestling. I'm here to escape from that shit. I don't give a fuck that you were by Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck that you were at the White House. I don't give a fuck if you was with Robert Kennedy. I don't give a fuck if you was with Linda McMahon. I don't care because I'm here to watch wrestling. I'm here to escape from all the bullshit that's in the world. And I want to just watch the characters that I see on a week-to-week basis. I want to see what they're going to do. I don't want to fucking see shit that I'm watching in real time that's affecting people in a negative way. So it's hard for me to say, hey, maybe John asked for it because it's making it seem like John's the fall guy for this shit. When John Cena's probably not the fall guy. I get we only got 4 months left. I wish we could have got Copeland to come and wrestle a match with Cena. Just have this one AEW WWE crossover because those are big rivals. Then maybe we could get Lesnar in there. Like that'll be fine if we could do all the greatest hits, right? And if Cena did genuinely ask for this, cool. It's your last ride, brother. You can do whatever you want. If you want Edge, you can probably get Edge if you ask. And they're going to have to all talk to get this shit to work. Because obviously Edge is going to lose. I'm sorry, Copeland's going to lose. But to bring this man back and you're doing all this sleazeball activity, it really does send the message that we're going to do whatever the fuck we want and there's nothing you can do about it. We don't care about this lawsuit that's active, mind you. See if it was closed and it was done and they settled out of court. This would be a completely different thing. We settled out of court. We cleared Brock's name. It's really Vincent Laurinaitis that was the problem. And we cleared his name and all that was there. If that was the case, then I would be okay with cheering with this. But it's hard to cheer for this when you're not sure that this man wasn't involved in some heinous, disgusting activity that does not protect any woman that works there. Because who's to say that this shit isn't going on now? And we might see a lawsuit come out 10, 20 years later that Hunter was cheating on fucking Stephanie with some intern. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not being accountable on their end. And it's fucked up to bring someone like Brock Lesnar back after you distance yourself from him when all this shit came out. It's like either you're going to stand on business and keep the guy around, or you're going to stand on business and not bring the guy back. And we'll do something later. Is this a great moment? Yes. Hell of a fucking moment. What a secret. No one saw this coming. Not a single soul was talking about Brock Lesnar on any dirt sheet, IWC, anything. No one was talking about this guy. It's a great moment, but what's your follow through? We've been talking about this the whole podcast. The follow through is what's important. Either you're going to follow through with this and it's going to make sense, or you're going to follow through with this and it's not going to make any sense. It's going to be fucking stupid. And we're going to ask ourselves collectively, why did you bring Brock Lesnar back when he didn't need to come back? Why did you do that? Why are you doing this sleazy shit and thinking people are going to stick with it? folks have alternatives. They have indie wrestling, they have AEW, you have Japan, you have Mexico. Anything associated with WWE, you don't have to associate with, and I respect it. Trust me, I respect it. The only reason I'm still watching, because I want to see how Cena's shit ends. I'm in too deep for this shit. I don't agree with them necessarily bringing him back. I need to know if Brock Lesnar's cleared. It has nothing to do with this lawsuit before I can cheer and be like, yeah, hell yeah, Lesnar's back. I can't do it until we have clarity from the source themselves, not from the spreadsheets. I'm sorry, the dirt sheets, not from a Sean Ross Sapp, a David Meltzer. I need this shit to come from WWE directly. And that's kind of why I'm a little pissed that they changed their format for the post show, because they knew this question was going to come up. And I bet Triple H, his dumbass couldn't answer the question because he's like, it's just part of the show. It's part of the show. Are you entertained?
And not only that, the post show are
cringe or not, having a relationship with the media is important. Because just having your own state-controlled media, your own universal media where you control the narrative of everything and you don't get challenged on any questions, problematic to me. Cringe or not, that's problematic to not take questions from people who covers this shit for a living. And that's a genuine question everyone has. Is the motherfucker cleared or is he not cleared? If he's not cleared, why is he here? Because the case is still active. This is not good PR, brother. It's not a good PR thing. People are going to start calling you out, and they'll start looking back to all the other bullshit that you've done in the past, and they'll bring that up, and you don't want that to come to light now, do you? So it's like,
sooner or later, they're going to have to...
They got to answer. They got to answer, because this shit's, it's not going away. It's like the Epstein list. It's not going away. You have to answer the question. Is Brock Lesnar cleared? And if he's cleared and he's not involved in the weird shit Vince was doing, cool. Is misremembering something, or just saying it was Brock Lesnar, or was it someone else? We don't know. That's between those two sides of the story. Vince knows, Janelle knows. Those two know. And Brock knows if he's involved. And legal knows if they know about this shit. So I hope I don't sound heated about it. I have mixed reactions. I don't feel like I am, but I have mixed reactions. I'm passionate.
And here's the thing. It's okay to have mixed reactions.
Because it's like, it's fine to have to feel this way. Because morally, I don't align with what WWE's doing right now. I don't align with all these, the Trump jerk-offs that you do the lining with Hulk Hogan for the beer when it should have been Stone Cold. That should have had the beer deal. He's a better human being, despite he did beat his wife. Niggas ain't perfect, but he beat his wife. He did. He wasn't calling people the N-word and shit. He beat his wife. I'm sorry. Both of them are not the best. Okay, I can call one out and call the other one out as well. Steve did some messed up shit, but hopefully he's learned from that. I haven't heard Steven beating on any of his recent wives. He hasn't been doing any of that shit. He's been arrested for that. Hogan's still being racist. It's the difference. Like, clearly, you're still being a racist dick. This man's learned from his mistakes and quietly fucking apologized to himself, and I'm sure to the person he was with at the time. But this shit ain't it. It's WWE's painting themselves like they're acting like a Fox News on some shit, low key. Like, I realized they didn't do nothing for Black History Month at all this year. They normally run a little video, the Martin Luther King shit. They ain't do that. I'm like, oh, so that's what TKO's doing. We're just straight up saying it. It's shit like that makes me want to not watch, but also as a fan, I'm going to watch because I need to see how the story ends. And I think I'll feel more comfortable not watching once I see how this John Cena thing concludes. Once it concludes, I probably won't watch until you guys get your shit together and stop with the bullshit. You be truthful with the fans, be truthful with everybody, and, be honest and be accountable for the shit that you're doing. Like, we get it. You're aligned with the current administration. That's fine. That's your prerogative. You guys are using your platform for that shit. Dana White does it. Triple H says he's not a political person. Dana White says he's not a political person. But clearly you align with something, and your morals has to come into play at some point. And it's not out in the open for me right now. There's some great performers at WWE, and I hope they are treated fairly, and I hope they are okay. I hope the people that we don't see behind the scenes are being treated fairly and they're okay, and they're not in some weird sex cult that Vince left behind, that Hunter's doing, and he's not reporting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this to be like it's just Vince 2.0, except we're going to cover this up a little bit better. No, it don't need to be like that. WWE is showing its ass right now, and I think everyone has the right to boycott, to say they don't want to fucking watch it. It's fair. You also have the right to watch it because either you're invested in the story or you're just a fan and you want to continue to watch the thing that brings you joy. Like I said earlier, it's controversial, it's mixed. Either you either happy that Lesnar's back, or you're indifferent that Lesnar's back, or you're fucking mad that Lesnar's back. And there's no in between. It's 1, 2, or 3. That's where you're at with it. And if you're happy, cool, enjoy the show. If you're indifferent and don't give a fuck, all right, well, you do whatever you're going to do. And if you're mad, take the appropriate action. Exactly. Take the appropriate action and don't support the company anymore. Don't give them any more of your money. Don't give them your money. Don't buy any of the games. Don't buy any shirts. Don't buy any tickets. Don't support the company because they're showing you where their values are. They don't give a fuck about how you feel, whether politically or morally. They've been doing that a long time. Yeah, but they've been doing it forever, and people still been watching. Time. They've been doing it when Vince was there. Like, Vince said nigga on TV. And that should have been it. That should have been it right there. He said, my nigga on TV, and y'all were like, huh? Outrage. And people still watch. The man did a live sex celebration. People still watch. They had Triple H desecrate a corpse. Don't they even still watched. They've done some. He battled God. He had a match with God himself. And what did Joey Styles said? He mocks God. He mocks God. And people still fucking watch. So it's like either you stick to your word or don't even say it in the first place. Yes. I'm going to just be honest. The bar's in hell for WWE. The bar of morality is in hell for WWE. There's not much you can do. You did steroid scandals. You killed a guy. You literally killed a father because of a gimmick when he could have just walked to the ring. You killed Owen Hart. You didn't give a fuck about Tess. You didn't give a fuck about Umaga. You didn't get a lot of people that are legends help. The list goes on and on. The bar's in hell for WWE when it comes to morality and being on the right side of history. You guys do fucked up shit, but the fan base is still going to watch because they're being entertained. And that's the thing. You can make a billion videos on how this company bad. AEW good. TNA better. WWE bad. New Japan good. You can do that and waste your time, or you can just take action and just not fucking watch it and cover everything else that's not this WWE bubble. I'm all for it. And I'm all for it, but it's tribalism that for me, it kills pro wrestling for me. I wouldn't even call it tribalism. It's just, hey, I'm all for more creators, more wrestling journalists covering things that people may not be watching. Like there's more people covering MLW now, and there's more people covering GCW, and it's more people covering New Japan, All Japan. Oh, like there's podcasts specifically just for those, and they're not covering the WWE bubble. And that's great for pro wrestling because we got more variety, and variety is a spice of life. So if we have more variety, I can't be mad at that because they're being slime balls right now. You're going to go and venture out and watch something else, and that's fine and dandy. Or you're going to jump to AEW and try that out. Or you're going to try TNA out. Or you're going to try, all the other people I've mentioned out. Or your local company, you'll try that out. Something that feels right watching, so you're not questioning yourself on, why am I watching this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Why am I watching this? My people aren't being pushed. The people that I want to see aren't being pushed. They're not booking properly. They book like garbage. Why would I watch this? Why give money to this? I understand it. So just to wrap it up, I get it. Me and Shino get it. We understand that you're either watching still or you're not, and you're somewhere else, or you don't give a damn that he's back. You don't care. And what you choose to do is what you choose to do. That's your choice. Listening to the internet's not going to change shit for WWE because I told y'all the bar is in hell. It's in hell. It's not getting any better. We thought it would get better when Triple H got into the creative position and just full control. It did not get better. You can look back and see it did not get better. You had better matches. You had better work rate. Storytelling was a little better, but it didn't get better. We got duped with the ruse of the century. It's still a fucking ruse. Vince left and not much really changed the way we thought it would change. People came back, didn't get utilized, just to leave again. Like, come the fuck on. The bar's in hell. So, again, if you're upset about Brock Lesnar, I understand you. If you're not I understand you too. If you don't give a fuck, I understand you too. And that's all I have to say. We'll see how the story progresses because I have to see how Cena's his retirement tour ends. That's the main reason I'm watching. I want to see how his retirement tour ends. Everything else is kind of in between. That's that, you know? So that's all I'm going to say regarding that. That closes SummerSlam. Thank y'all for listening to this.
I'm sorry, but I'm just reading something, and I know it's not SummerSlam related, but my goodness, man.
What now?
Okay, so apparently, and this is coming from AEW, apparently there's backstage frustration over MVP's role in the Hurt Syndicate's creative direction in AEW.
Oh,
so
God, I don't want to hear
even
about
AEW
this
is
shit.
not immune to my criticisms.
They're not immune to criticism, period. They're a wrestling company, and if they do stupid shit, we'll call it out. It's just...
So let me read this before I go, because...
how about... I don't know if I should
let me just read it. But
guess,
MVP is once again at the center of controversy, this time inside AEW, as internal frustrations grow over his influence on the Hurt Syndicate's current tag team title reign. Multiple sources via Fightful Select across the company have echoed that MVP has developed backstage heat over the last few months, with talents pointing to issues surrounding creative decisions and how the faction has been positioned. The conversation kicked off during a recent Twitter space from the Wrestling Binders J-Cup 2013, which brought to light several concerns that have been quietly circulating for some time. One of the biggest talking points is MVP's alleged unwillingness to lose to certain teams, including FTR. Now, AEW pitched FTR to defeat the Hurt Syndicate at All In, and again at Forbidden Door as part of the Border Redemption storyline. There was also interest in putting FTR against the teams like Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, but Ospreay's neck injury halted any long-term plans on that front. MVP, however, reportedly said no to FTR going over, citing a preference for dropping the titles to younger talent instead. Privately, MVP is said to have listed the Gates of Agony, the Outrunners, and Private Party, you know, the team that they beat for those tag titles, and the team that we have not seen in a long time, as teams he'd be comfortable losing to, but those options only led to more locker room grumbling. The Hurt Syndicate had already defeated each of those teams, making the suggestion feel hollow to many within the company. Wrestlers have also taken issues with the group's presentation, calling out how the faction plays heels, but still engage in crowd-friendly antics, like giving high fives after matches.
You know what? I might just stop you right there, because this sounds like a bunch of fucking complaining. I'm not hearing anything wrong with this shit. I'm not hearing anything wrong with it.
I don't even understand why there's heat.
This is fucking stupid. You guys don't have anything to report about. Listen. What's the purpose of the Hurt Syndicate dropping it to FTR? Nothing. They get nothing out of it. If Private Party comes back and beats the Hurt Syndicate, that does numbers for Private Party. If the Gates of Agony do it, that does numbers for the Gates of Agony. If the Outrunners do it, who are fucking over, that does numbers for them. That establishes them as a very credible tactic because they beat those two ex-WWE guys who are fucking legends, basically. They beat two legends. So we're complaining because we don't want him to go over. Y'all get a better fucking job, please. Get a job, please.
I don't get it.
Because honestly, the person you should be mad at, not MVP, be mad at Tony Khan, because Tony Khan put the fucking belts on him. It's not MVP's fault. It's Tony's fault because he booked it this way. The booker's the problem, not the talent. And if the talent's the issue, I'm sure the talent will get straightened out by the fucking booker / owner of the company. Who put the belts on the Hurt Syndicate?
But is he going to do it?
Who knows? I don't know. I'm not Tony Khan. I don't know Tony Khan. I'm not doing the parasocial shit like I know what this man's going to do. That's stupid. You dirt sheet niggas need to do something better with your life. You're reading shit and don't even know what the fuck's going on. Y'all are not in the locker room. You don't know. That shit is all hearsay. Who knows? I don't see this shit happening on TV. Now I'm pissed because it's just dumb. This is why I don't read the dirt sheets, because it's fucking stupid.
Like, I was reading this, and I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, they're one of your most over tag team in that company, even though your tag team division as a whole is in shambles.
If anything, they could drop it to the Bucks.
Drop it to the Bucks.
If you want to go there, if you want to drop it to FTR shouldn't be winning any championships. You have a storyline outgoing with fucking Copeland right now. Shut up. Go outside and touch grass, motherfuckers, please. Go outside and touch grass. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're not in the locker room. You don't even know who these sources are. How can you say these are reputable sources? What is it, Chris Jericho telling you this shit? What are y'all talking about? Shut up. God damn, shut up. Just shut up. That's why I didn't want you to read it. Yes, Shino, I'm not mad at you. It's them. It's them. It's fucking stupid. They're reporting this like this is actual news.
If it was actual news, you would have heard it from MVP himself.
Yes, MVP is bold as he talks about Triple H. You think he wouldn't say this shit about the same thing about Tony Khan? My goodness. You should drop it to a younger talent so you can establish a younger talent. FTR gains nothing from winning this belt over you. Nothing. You haven't finished the storyline that you're already engrossed in with Adam Copeland. Golly. This is why I don't subscribe to this shit. This is why I just go in blind. And y'all tell me about it later. Because I couldn't sit there and read all this shit. This would piss me off. That's why I had to cut it off. I'm like, this is stupid. This is so stupid, bro. But, Shino, this is a podcast episode. This is not going to be split in anything. This is a podcast episode. They'll get something as a bonus. I hope all the wrestling fans enjoyed this. Listen, we gave you 2 freaking hours of wrestling content. Okay, we went in, we talked about things, we talked about self-care, we talked about everything under the sun involving pro wrestling, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we got it, man. So all I'm going to say to y'all before we sign out, I'm going to let Shino, production, cut that. I'm going to let Shino.
I actually do not care at this point, so I might as well.
No, I'm going to, tell them where they can find you, and, if you got anything else to say, go ahead and say it.
Well, you can mostly find me on Twitch because I'm usually active every Tuesday and Wednesday. On occasions, I will do a Thursday night stream if I feel like it. But if you want to find me on Twitch, it's just Shino Phoenix. I also do videos on YouTube on occasions. Like, I only do YouTube shorts, but if I'm doing a wrestle vlog or any vlogs, that's going to be on my YouTube channel, Shino D. That's where you can also find me if you want to engage. I am tired. It is 12:42 right now. All I'm going to say is and I say this on the end of my every podcast episode. I usually say, take care, be safe, support wrestling as much as you can. But I'm going to say, take care, be safe, live your best life. Don't let anybody tell you how you should live your life. And at the end of the day, be proud of yourself. Always be proud of yourself. And if you can't do that, work on it. Simple as that. It's a simple thing you could fix. Make other people's day by being you.
Real. I love that.
I always like saying I'm being real, but I'm being myself. Just be you. At the end of the day, just be you. It's not hard. It's $0 and 0 cents to be yourself.
Authenticity is always the key.
Mm-hmm. And if people don't want to be in part of your life, they lost that diamond. Simple as that.
Wise words from Shino D. Phoenix. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, you all take care. You be good. Give yourself a try. Hug yourself. Love yourself. Remember, people out here love you. Do not let the darkness win. Times can be tough, but they don't last forever, okay? So enjoy pro wrestling. Enjoy the podcast. This has been Simply Complicated Universe, and thank you for listening. There'll be something bonus for you guys, when this goes up after production's done with it. But take care, everyone. Love you dearly. This is your best friend on the internet, lover boy that never was, the MCZX, and signing out for Simply Complicated Universe. I gotta go to work. Let's go, Stu.
And his name is John Cena!